Hello, this is Steve Wang. I'm the director of Drive. The film you're about to see is the full-length director's cut,
Yay!
which is not available currently in the United States. I'm here today with our stunt fight coordinator, Koichi Sakamoto.
Hello.
And Kadeem Hardison, one of our stars.
Hello.
And Mark Dacascos, our other star.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about the film to, just give you some insight on what it took to make this movie, and share with you some of the funny stories and anecdotes that we've experienced during the makings of this movie. And so right away, you'll notice that the music cue is different than the HBO version, we called it, here in the United States. It's really the producer's cut. And what they did was when they decided to do a shorter version, they decided to change the music. This original score that you're listening now was done by Dave Williams, which is the score of my choice. I preferred the score to be this way, and it reflects more of what I think the music should be in this film. And I just think it serves the film much better, and it really helps to sell the mood of the film. So in this opening scene here, you're about to see is a lot of Japanese guys pretending to be mafia.
That's Tatsuro.
That's Tatsuro here. He is one of our fall guys. And on the left there is Yuji, and the right is Moriaki. These are all part of Koichi's stunt team.
Alpha Stunts.
Alpha Stunts, yeah. In fact, you can tell them about Alpha Stunts.
What?
Tell them about Alpha Stunts.
Your stunt team.
Oh, my stunt team, Alpha Stunts.
Those guys you kick around all the time.
Yeah, mainly we're all from Japan, and we all grew up watching the Hong Kong movies. We're all big fan of Jackie Chan, Jet Li. Actually, we studied the master called Kurata Yasuaki. He's one of the big action stars in Hong Kong and all over Asia. And we moved to the States about 10 years ago, and we had to do a bunch of movies. Currently, we're working on Power Rangers TV shows. And that's about it.
Okay. You notice in this scene right here, this is not in the short version. There's a whole backstory in this film, as you probably have seen already, with Toby Wong's girlfriend. She's really the main driving force for him coming here. So the producers, maybe not the producers so much, but the distributor and I had a difference of opinion about whether or not this motivation should be in the film. I, of course, felt that it should, giving Toby Wong's character much more of a reason to be here. And I know that for Mark Dacascos himself, as an actor, it's...
Absolutely.
It's really... tell him what you feel about...
Well, I just think in Steve's version, the director's cut, both Malik Brody and Toby Wong, you get the other side of them. They're the part where they have women in their lives. They're just not fighting machines or jokers, whatnot. In the director's cut and the producer's cut, they tended to go straight for the action and not the full characterization of what we wanted to bring to the screen.
Mm-hmm.
He did the jump himself.
Yeah, this shot right here where you just saw Mark jump up the crate, that was actually Mark.
He can fly.
It was a very funny story how we did that, because that little area there, the boat, it was so tiny, and there was no place to actually set up wires and pull. So what we did was the wire was set up, and Koichi and all those guys were actually climbing on top of the side of the steps there. And right on cue, as Mark came out, they were pulling the cable just to cut the slack. And then right when Mark jumped, they all literally jumped. Like 4 or 5 guys hang on to this rope, jump. I thought they were going to kill him.
Steve, come on, man.
No, wait, I think we should count how many times we see the same 4 guys, the Alpha Stunt team. Because I know they doubled me, they doubled Mark, they doubled JP and Tracey.
They doubled me, and I wasn't even in the movie.
They doubled everybody.
Oh, this is my cameo moment. This I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's Koichi, right? Where are
No,
you, Koichi?
it's
Where's Koichi at?
Actually, Koichi, he's the other guy with the long hair.
not this one.
No, we actually shot this after production, right? We shot
we
this
did.
like a month later.
This was done a month after we wrapped. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
See how
we
long
shot.
Mark's hair is.
Problem was we had 2 days
Little afro hair.
to shoot the scene, and so which I needed 3, and I scheduled it for 3, but because this was a low budget film, we ended up having to cut out
That's
early.
me
That's
over there.
That's
Koichi.
Koichi.
Koichi with the long hair right there.
Should have drumsticks.
Yeah, right there on the left. That's good. So I would say, who's that girl?
Who's that girl?
But anyway, I shot everything. All the stuff was shot, months before. Everything leading up to the fight, and then at the very end of the scene when the fight was over. So all the stuff you're seeing now was done actually at least a month after we wrapped.
Yeah, I'd been in Hawaii surfing and eating lau lau and Kahlua pig, and I was feeling like a pig, you know. And the coach is like, yeah, do this and do that. I'm like, yeah, right.
I love it. Make him dance.
Yeah, the big giveaway is if you look at Mark's hair, it's actually brown instead of black. Like,
he got a little
You got more
afro.
tan in the
he got
skin.
more of a tan, yeah.
check out that
But then right here,
Yeah.
this was shot months before this shot here. So
That was actually Kadeem.
yeah, that's right.
I
Because
did that,
Because he came in and doubled that.
That whoop thing.
So this was supposed to be San Francisco, but you know, being the nature of low budget films, we actually dubbed ourselves LBB Productions for Low Budget Bastard Productions.
Yeah,
We just pretended like that green bridge is really the Golden Gate Bridge. And you're not supposed to notice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Mike Leahy. He's a nice guy.
We love you, Mike.
Scott Phillips, he's a nice guy.
But that guy,
Steve
what an ass.
Wang is a real nice guy. And he noticed how he put his name up against my face.
well, I thought it was a perfect compliment to your face.
I think you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. And this song was actually that I'm trying to work on was actually a song that my lady Shantae wrote for me.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stole
Was.
it. We had to pay her $5,000, right?
Yeah, I had to pay her afterwards.
Yeah.
Kadeem's like, yeah, you get the song for free, man.
Are you
It's my-"
serious?
He's like, hey, yo, man, it's my woman. It's my woman. We should have
And
5,000, please.
The publishing company
That's why-
called up and was like, yeah, where's the money for them using your song?
That's why we couldn't afford the props in that one fight scene where I got banged
Oh,
up.
God. That was the 5Gs for
Thanks,
the
Kadeem.
plastic handles. Yeah. Shantae wrote that song for me. And here comes this sexy bastard. Look at him. He's very sexy here.
So in this scene originally, of course, you know, as with most of the scenes that you will see in any given movie, they're always longer. There's generally a lot more going on. And even the scene here, there was a whole set of dialogue deleted, even from my version, about Kadeem and why he's kind of down and out, you know, as Malik Brody. And what you really don't get a whole lot out of is how this other guy has sort of taken his place with his wife, because him and his wife were talking about divorce, and he's sort of lost his job, and he feels really sort of inadequate around this guy because he's kind of rich and successful, and to the point where he even feels like bad to be in front of his daughter, his own daughter. So it was kind of a
Self-esteem.
poignant, it was a kind of a poignant scene, but. As with, you know, doing an action movie, these are the kind of scenes that you always get into fights with distributors about whether or not they stay in, because all they want to do is cut to the fight.
Cut to the fight. Who needs all of this yapping?
Yeah.
Kick somebody. Okay, here we go. We got shadows
That's
now.
right.
Now we're going to get to kicking. Shut up, slow it down, and let's kick.
Yeah, and it's only like, I think, been about 3 minutes since the last fight.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. Since the last
and they were still
gunfight.
talking about cutting the
Yeah.
scene down.
And that was me doing my own stunt. Or was that Yuji?
No, that was Tadahiro.
Tadahiro.
Yes.
Our mascot.
I just love
So
this.
this scene always gets a real kind of a big laugh because we just put a big jet turbine engine sound when Mark just flies away. Well, you know, the one thing I noticed in these early screenings is that, you know, the instant Mark flies over this guy's head on the boat, people were like, what the hell? They weren't ready for it because they thought this was a kind of a straight action movie.
I felt that when he jumped up onto the that first jump. It'd be like, hey, what's going on here? Oh, look at that reaction. Priceless.
And it's a strong wooden table.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah, that
and
must
no,
be
you're not,
oak.
you're not,
That
that's
must
the
be
strongest
solid
wooden
oak.
table in the world. It's impervious to bullets. So.
Broken arm, broken neck. Oh, the jacket comes off. Oh, that's sweet. I just love it. I could watch this all day, man. Kick that ass. And JP was the bad guy. He was so good. Another broken arm. And then it looks like a couple of cracked ribs. Another broken arm.
And this here you're about to see after this shot here.
And look at the reaction. Look at the reaction. And look at the hair.
This is sort of the introduction. The introduction of Mark's sort of signatory right here.
Here it
signatory
comes.
punch.
Yes, sir.
This is the end all to all his problems.
Yeah.
Whenever he can't deal with any kind of
Right.
stress and pressure, he
Right.
just does
Yeah,
that signatory
reaction.
punch and just finish it up.
If you as a charging buffalo come at you, just do that move. Or, you know, if the U.S. Army is on your ass, you just do that move and everything stops. Shoot him in the legs.
And right here with this whole hanging upside down thing, the muzzle flash you're seeing actually was computer generated.
Yeah, because you can't shoot that.
Yeah,
at
for those of
somebody's
you
face.
who are thinking about trying this at home with blanks, I wouldn't advise
Yeah,
that.
no, don't do that when you're making your little home Blair Witch
You can actually
Project
hurt somebody
movies.
pretty seriously.
You'll fuck somebody up. And look at me. You want to see acting here? Oh, God, I was so scared. Oh, God, I'm scared now. Now I'm doubly scared. and I'll do anything.
The amazing thing,
together.
this was shot on blue screen, so JP and I aren't even there.
That's
That's
right.
Kadeem by himself.
Acting by myself.
By himself.
By myself. Look at the eyes. He's a genius. He's a genius. Please just look at that. Oh, I love him. I love me. And here come the cops. And these are friends of yours, right? Yeah. Everybody was working for free.
But remember he just got like bit by a mosquito and he couldn't open his eyes. Remember that?
Right.
He was so
That's
excited
right.
about shooting the scene, but he
That's
couldn't see
right.
because he got like bit by something.
That's right. He was a stand-in. Whose stand-in was he? Was he your stand-in?
Howard Flair.
Howard, yeah, that was your stand.
Yeah, the guy on the
Yes,
left.
yeah.
If you freeze frame, you notice his left eye is really swollen.
Yeah,
he
sure
can't.
was.
He can't see.
Yeah. He was so excited about doing the scene.
Look at his eye. That's hilarious. Look at him blinking. He can't see.
And about 2 minutes later,
He got stung. In the
I thought somebody
eye.
put prosthetic makeup on him. It was like, what the hell happened to your eye?
Oh, and then JP
He was- I
was
mean-
just killing it. Look at his eye. Look at his eye. It looked like he was
We
in a
should
fight
make fun
with-
of him because he was so upset, man. When
was
when that
so
happened, it was like his
excited
first
about that
chance to be on the big screen.
Yeah. And this was the first day, right?
Yeah.
This is our first day of shooting.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what I was doing. That wasn't me driving. I can't tell a lie. And yeah, the Batmobile was a good line.
Yeah. Oh, going back to the scene before too, the two cops, the other cop on the right, that's Dave Hayter. He was actually he played the Guyver in Guyver Dark Hero.
He was my acting double.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Koichi's acting double.
Ooh, now
some
how
good
bad
drawing,
did that
Kadeem.
hurt, Steve?
It hurt pretty bad because the problem with that was that day when that car hit, we were running out of time. Literally, I asked for 2 days to shoot that scene. Low budget, we cut down to one, and that stunt we literally was shooting that scene when the sun was going down, so we had to get it in one take.
But stuntman cutting too deep.
Yeah, and I was against that. I was going
Yeah.
to do it in multiple coverage just to make sure we got the pieces we need,
Yeah.
but it just got out of control. And then when he hit that thing, the whole right tire literally almost came off the
Yeah.
hinges,
Yep.
and the whole car was lying on the side. I was like, oh man, I got to shoot this car tomorrow. First thing, what are we going to do? So miraculously, there was this bystander who was happened to be watching us shooting the scene, and he happened to be working in the garage, like right across the street. And we're just standing there, just our stomachs drop through our groins, just going, my God, what are we going to do tomorrow? You know, we got to go to this beach location. This car has to drive, and the tire is sitting flat against the wall, and the car is completely collapsed. And the guy came up and said, hey, man, you know, you need any help or anything? And we're like, not unless you're a mechanic and you can fix this. And he said, I can fix it. And we're like, really? And so our car guy went with him that night. Next morning, we're on set out at the PCH, and the car was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, right on, man.
A godsend. It's an
Yeah.
angel. That's why
Yeah.
we were supposed to make this movie.
Heaven was watching us that day.
Angels were all
And those
over.
close-ups of Mark were shot literally like 2 weeks after, because the first day we had this camera assistant on the B camera, and he shot everything at like 17 frames, the reverse of this angle, and we couldn't use it. Remember?
Right.
And
right.
then right here, you notice this pink on the side there. That's actually in front of the motel. Yeah, remember we shot this in front of the motel, so we had to pick it up 2 weeks later.
That's
the same
right.
scene.
Outside Brittany's
Yeah.
joint. And he's got a gun.
Yeah, the hard thing about doing these scenes with Kadeem is that he was always cracking me up, but I couldn't show it.
Yeah, I wasn't sticking to the script.
No, that was a good thing
I
though.
was just talking.
And the cool thing is, Steve went with it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Steve, you're a good guy.
were
You let him
very-
do his thing.
You were generous enough
You let
to
him
say,
do his thing.
"Hey, shut up and give me my cues," which could happen. You could have said, "Hey, look, man, I know you fucking Eddie Murphy and everything, but how about you just feed me my cues so I can get on with the scene?"
Actually, the person I was going to compare to was Richard Pryor.
Thank you.
Somebody was saying to me earlier, like, you know what Richard Pryor used to do at car wash, man? He would never say the same line twice.
Right. Yeah. Keep it
And I was like,
moving.
oh, really? Oh, he goes, yeah. So when Kadeem started doing that, I was like, I think some magic will come out of this.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
keep it going. Oh, and I love the game shows. Although I didn't get it when you were explaining them to me about the Einstein frog and
It was my thick Chinese accent, wasn't it?
no, I understood what you were saying. I just didn't think it was funny. I was like, okay.
So the punchline is you still don't think it's funny.
No, it's very funny now. Looking at it now and how you got it set up, and these guys are actually watching it. You were just kind of, it would seem like an off the cuff thing. You were talking about making up these shows that they were watching.
My question for the whole time is who's driving this vehicle?
Actually, you know what? You can see the bottom of his head on the TV right there. You see that left-hand
Oh,
corner?
there he is.
That's the bottom of his head.
Oh, really?
We just never established the front because
Yeah.
we were supposed to shoot the scene for reals on the road.
I see.
And then again, money.
No money.
You know, the little thing called money got in the way.
That's a question I had all this time.
Wait, can
Who's
we
driving
talk
this-
about the frog though? Where did you come up with this?
Actually, when Scott Phillips wrote the script, he had Walter the Einstein ape. And it was the tribute to the old, like, those where they take a chimpanzee and they just feed it bananas and have it move his mouth and they're going to dub stuff in. That's what we were planning to do originally.
Oh, okay.
But Overseas Film Group has this policy that no animals are to be employed on film because it's considered
too much
animal abuse. In fact, I couldn't even bring my dog on set to use it in the background because that would be animal abuse.
Are you serious?
Wow.
Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, I've seen more extras get treated like subhumans unfairly on a set than an animal.
Yeah.
I mean, it was outrageous. But anyway, so I had to change it. So I thought, what the hell, I put frogs in every one of my movies in one form of another because frogs are like one of my favorite animals.
Oh, cool.
So I decided to change it into a frog.
Favorite animals?
Wow, that you have to.
Right.
From my effects, from my special
effects.
effects design background, yeah.
Okay.
No, I love
See me,
it.
I walk my frog all the time.
No, I sat there and I really kind of got a kick out of the whole TV shows that were going on within the movie. Although when you explained it to me, I didn't get it. I couldn't see it. But then once it all came together, I got a much bigger laugh than I expected.
But you trusted me, though, didn't you?
Yes, of course. and what was I going to tell you? No, you can't do it?
You can't.
No, you can't do the frog thing, Steve. I don't get it. And Tracy just made it even better.
Yeah. Tracey Walter was great because I don't know if you noticed in the film, but every scene that he is in, he has food in his mouth.
Yeah, that's definitely.
eats.
The hedgehog.
Yeah, he's a hedgehog. He eats everywhere. And that we just saw, that was James Shigeta from,
Die Hard.
Very cool to work with James Shigeta. He was just such a cool guy, so neat, and such history.
This part right up here, I think this is the part where they ask me who I am.
Yeah.
Right? And I say,
Yeah,
Samuel.
Samuel.
I just worked on martial law, and his wife and Samuel have seen the movie and they liked it. And Samuel said,
really?
"Hey, you said you me." So and they liked the movie. So that's a tribute to everybody here, guys. Good job.
good.
Yeah.
And I was definitely feeling like, okay, I've been through this before. The cop pulls up. I know the routine. I made up all of these lines. I was like, I know the routine.
Well, so Mr. Hardison, this scene was so convincingly portrayed. Was this a reflection of something that happened to you in your life?
Not anything that's happened recently, but I have plenty of run-ins with the cops for my driving, and I always get the same reaction.
Watch what
Always.
Kadeem does with his hands when the cop says, like, put your hands out the door or whatever. He's like, he's got this thing going out.
Right.
Watch this. It's
I
funny,
told him
man.
he's going to dial up and you're going bye-bye.
Yeah. But then he says, get out of the car and you put your hands like,
right.
over
No,
here.
when he says gun, when he sees your gun.
Right. It's funny,
and he
man.
says, get your hands out of the car, and I didn't know where to stick them.
Exactly.
I was like, I just don't want to get shot.
Here we go.
Up top, out in
Watch
front.
his hands.
I was like, hey, take it easy.
Yeah, this was a very sensitive time because of the whole Rodney King
That's
thing.
right. This was going on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I knew
we're
it. I was like,
we're just short of actually having Kadeem yell out, "Don't hurt me, officer!"
And all this
we all
stuff he
just
was
get along?
improving, right? He improved all
I was
this.
making all this dialogue.
Well, remember this
up.
morning that we were like rehearsing this, and that one prop guy of ours, remember he was an ex-cop. He was showing
Yeah, that's right. How to
showing
do
the
it.
other handcuff
Show the
thing. And
guys how to
afterwards, he
do
came
it.
up to me. You were like, "Man, I didn't like that. I didn't feel
Yeah,
comfortable."
it didn't feel good, man. It
'Cause-
was rough.
Yeah.
I was thinking, man, I could be out here one night driving my car down Malibu and get the hell beat out of me on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think makes it funny, is because he's playing it serious. I mean, he really doesn't want to be in that situation,
Yeah,
you know?
no.
Well, even the music on this version here is much more serious, whereas on the other version, they got this sort of mod squatty music playing.
The
And I
whole
remember-
time, it's like...
I remember when I first heard that and I asked them, I said, well, why do you have this piece of music in there? I was asking them, and they were just like, well, it just tells the audience they're having fun, that everything's going to be all right. I'm like, no,
Fun?
these guys have just got arrested. I mean, you're supposed to feel your heart's supposed to palpitate a little bit, like, what's going to happen to these guys? I mean,
Exactly.
for me, when they change the music cue to something so irresponsibly,
Definitely.
it undermines what I'm trying to do as a filmfilmaker.
It makes you want to
build
stab
a sense of
somebody in the neck. with a knife. It makes you want to cut a producer's throat out or something.
Well, Kadeem was with me that night that I saw
was
the
there.
first cut, and he actually
I had to break up the fight.
he calmed me down quite a
He was gonna
bit.
put chop sake on some ass, and I was like, "Come on, Steve, shake the man's hand. Let's go. We'll fight. We'll live to fight another day. Let's just get out of this one." Steve was like, yeah, "You dirty bastard."
In my best kung fu voice.
Watch
I said,
this. This is
"You
the great. Watch
bastard."
the wind. There was so much sand blowing in our faces. I stand out there. There's nothing but dirt all around us, and the great handcuffs. Look at these props. $1 million handcuffs there. Now watch the sand blowing Mark and I's face, and watch us both turn our heads. We're gonna look because I've seen it a bunch of times, so I know. Oh shit.
This line was great because this was one of Kadeem's ad libs, the 5 fingers of death.
And then he said,
Aren't they all?
"Aren't they all?" And I was like, "Oh, that was deep."
So bad he wasn't Scottish. You can say, yeah, right.
Now watch, wait, the wind. Wait, I'm waiting for the big wind to hit us. With both, Mark is cool because he doesn't let it affect him. Wow, right there. Oh shit. Oh god, that wind is something else.
But it's cool because it looks like we planned it that way.
Yeah.
It came in just at the right time.
I thought we
it
did.
left just at the right time.
Shit. That wind
And going
was
back on
blowing
these
like
cuffs
that.
too. These cuffs.
They're made
they're-
out of super scientific hard
Yes,
stuff, right?
yeah. Like we had this whole dialogue explaining, like Kadeem's like, "Yo, well, go ahead, just break this thing," and he's like, "This is made of like super scientific hard stuff."
Not to be broken.
That's right.
They could stretch though, and they
So
allow
here we
us to
are.
do all kinds of stuff.
Pyper-Ferguson.
Now, how much did we rehearse of this that didn't get in the movie? I mean, is there another? You'd say fighting wise, minute, half a minute?
No, there's at least half of the fight
Yeah.
is not in it. That fight scene was going to be twice as long
Yeah.
originally.
No, I remember we rehearsed it, and I just thought, we got a hit here. This movie is gonna be amazing. I rehearsed one scene, and I'm ready to burst.
Well, I remember when we were doing a new draft for the script, and I went in there and I was writing all these new action scenes. And for this scene in particular, I wrote that then in the style of 50s sock hop, with their handcuff, it was gonna be like the coolest fight you'll ever see. Trust me. And that was the fight scene in the script. I just wrote that and turned it into producers, and they came up to me later and says, "I can't believe you had the audacity to actually write this
Trust
and
me."
turn it in." And I said, "Yeah, so," and they said, "So can't wait. I want to see this fight." So I got away with it.
Yeah. Because it was definitely looking like it was feeling like it. After the rehearsals we did, I was like, this is gonna be amazing. And half of it, I thought maybe a portion of it, but yeah, to hear that it was actually half of it is gone.
Yeah,
It was like
quite
a
bit.
video game where you had to fight your way to the top level. And we just kept going and going, and more guys and more bad guys.
Man, that's deep. It's like I'm having flashes of Game of Death here.
Yeah. I love this.
I love that. I love that reaction. Kadeem's head smash.
And I got to beat on somebody for a little while. That was my first punches as an action star. I was working him over too.
Yeah, there's This was actually one of the few scenes that we rehearsed ahead of time,
Yeah.
which is
Bang.
great because you can see that everybody really moves very naturally.
Yep.
and
Bang.
they're very used to it.
Yeah, I remember you explaining it, and I was like, how is that going to work? But you had it all in your head,
Yep.
piece by piece, cut by cut, how it would play out. And I didn't, I remember him, in the rehearsal, him like pretending to flip over my back. I was like, what the hell is this?
And well,
But-
Koichi and I went out there ahead of time.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
went
and
there
there's
two
Luke.
times. Yeah.
Him and his team choreographed this
Yeah.
fight. And we had worked out a lot of the bugs and added in all the little character things that would make this really funny. There's Luke.
There's
Yeah.
Luke.
He doubled
Luke
JP.
doubles
Double JP, yeah.
He doubles a whole bunch. Everybody doubles everybody in this low budget bastard
This is a
movie.
funny part, actually.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
like
funny-
this.
Yeah, the funny thing about this is that he's talking about the big guy versus the little guy. Well, originally when the script was written, it was actually for a Caucasian and Mark. And this guy, the Caucasian guy, was supposed to be like 6'4", really big. And then Mark was supposed to be like,
Little
5'5"
guy. Yeah,
or
right,
something.
Right.
So, but if we change it to the black guy versus the Chinese guy or whatever, it doesn't really play against the big little small thing.
Right.
So we kept the dialogue the same, but then when you watch the film, you're like,
Yeah, I'm not
who's
that
the
much
big guy?
bigger.
Who's the
Yeah.
little guy? The
I'm
guy
not
that's the
that
same
much
It kind of
height.
works though because Kadeem's like 6'2" and I'm 5'4", so
Yeah, right.
6'2" with my heels.
Jackie Chan saying he's like,
you look good with your heels on
That's
though.
true. Yeah, I love my hair. Oh, wait. Did the back fall come up yet? When the guy falls over the thing, I was
No, it's
standing
coming.
right
Yeah,
there.
It's coming.
Oh, and Koichi was like, "Yeah, do it again."
Yeah, right.
Oh,
It's perfect, but do it again.
Yeah. I mean, he
right.
fell on this thing. He had a pad on his back, but we weren't in like a studio where this shit was all made out of styrofoam.
So Leo.
That was all metal. All of this is a real industrial place we're at. So if these guys fall on this metal thing, it's metal
Yeah.
hitting back.
And you can see them actually hitting the ground. They don't use mats down there. They
No.
just pad their backs up and then they take
And
the
they
hit.
Take the falls. There's Luke falling.
Yep.
why don't you explain to him why we do that? You can see instead of having them fall out of frame.
Well, I mean, because we feel it's cheated because you don't see the impact. What you feel most is impact when you stunt guy hit the ground, and all the audience go, "Wow!" You get the actions. That's what we want. We don't want to cheat the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember going, in the 80s, especially watching the Hong Kong
Yeah.
films back in its height. one of the biggest thrills was watching people fall at these tremendous heights and doing these crazy body contorting things before they break their head. You know.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. This is
Here it comes on the back. Ah,
And-
now come on. Come on, now
That
stop
was a real
everything.
steel pipe.
That
I mean,
was a
that
pipe
wasn't
there,
going
and that
anywhere.
was his back.
And Koichi had to do it twice.
He had him there. Perfect. Do it again. Oh man.
That was Koichi's trademark. Every time we do a shot, and I'll get Koichi, and he had this little worried look on his face, and you go,
And here comes-
real
wait, this
quiet,
is
he just
my-
go like, just one more, just one more.
One more. And here's my favorite look
Yeah,
here.
this bit here was
this
cut
is
out
my-
of the HBO
the tough
version.
guys. Look at the tough guy faces when we're making me and Mark.
Shooting steam because we're bad.
Beat you with steam. And then watch this guy run away. The stunt guy. I had to leave at this point, and I watched this guy run around the corner after the gunshots. He's gonna run around the corner like Barney the elephant, the dinosaur or something. Look at this. Look at this.
I like the hair.
With the hand. What was with the hand?
He's keeping the wig on.
Hey, that was Eugene, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was a brother, man.
selling me out. I love that bit with the. What do you need the bucket for?
This was great. You know what's funny about this scene is that whenever I show it, half the audience gets it right away, and the other half is
Doesn't.
like, yeah, don't get it right away. They're like in the eyes of your character.
yeah, exactly.
And then when they go down, they go, oh, then they laugh like
Yeah.
a few seconds later. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, no, because I didn't get it. When I did it, I was like, yeah, the bucket. He said the bucket, so I got the bucket. Yeah.
That was a CGI shot.
CGI.
Both of them. The
Yeah,
wire
and that wasn't
breaking.
such a high fall. Look at my knee pads. Pretty good. I'm not trying to take no bruises.
And this bit was cut out of the HBO version because from the friction of the wire making the handcuffs so hot, they instantly had to like cool off their hands. a little
Yeah,
bit.
which made sense. And then they were running.
We always try to add that touch of realism, even though it's silly.
Yeah, but it's part of the comedy and the
Of
action
course.
comedy
Yeah, you
genre.
know, ha ha, funny.
Yeah, my side. I remember Mark was trying to lead. I said, come on here, all right? I'm Fred, you're Ginger.
Steve, can you
And
tell us
this
about
was my
this the
favorite.
improv? I mean, this happened by accident
Yeah.
with JP, right?
Yeah.
That was JP's idea.
What a
He's-
bad
he's-
shot he is. How the fuck
Oh, he
did
actually
miss?
planned that?
Yeah, we
Oh, he
talked about
planned
it.
it.
He came
Yeah,
up to me and he says, hey, what if I like just fire it off accidentally at the end of it?
Because I thought it was by mistake.
I
It's
thought it was
convincing.
No,
too,
that was
yeah.
real. Actually, JP, that was his idea, and I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
So he did it.
Yeah. Just give the bad guy a little bit of.
Because what I love
humanity. He's
about
human.
doing this film and like doing my other films is that I love doing things that are quirky.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's I live when I go see a movie. I live for those moments. Like when you see Gary Oldman in The Professional,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and also in The Fifth Element, he just plays these quirky ass characters, and they're memorable.
Yeah.
You know.
Everyone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we even had a little homage to that every
Yeah.
one line at the
Yeah,
end of this
right.
film. Yeah. So it was great.
Now, this is where I'm gonna shake Mark to his core. He's supposed to be very serious here.
This is
This is bioengine.
oh right. This is
Now,
this
how
is
did he shoot all them bullets in that car and not hit? That's because I was ducking. That's why. I ducked out of the way. The bullets went through the dreads.
the dress. It's a good thing you had those.
That's right. Or else I could have got shot.
You know what? My funniest memory of this whole sequence was, first of all, this scene was originally 6 minutes long in the car talking,
Ooh.
and we covered everything, but you know it was too long, of course. But my memory of this is when we were shooting this, and we weren't sure what kind of rating we wanted to give this film.
Right. Kadeem and his language.
Yeah, this was always fuck this and fuck that,
Yeah.
and so we shot this whole thing once with him doing a PG-13.
That's right. We
And that was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen because every time instead of saying fuck, he would like come up with other words and dang and dog. And I was waiting just for him to screw up, and he didn't.
No, I'm a professional. I am Gary Oldman. Oh, look, here comes. Watch Mark's face here. He's supposed to be serious because this is very serious business. And
No, what happened was when you said
here
that-
it comes. Is there a little? There is a little crack.
Well, you know what
there.
happened was
There's a
you
little crack.
improv that line, and I thought, well, instead of trying to hide it, which I couldn't, I just go with it. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to do as an actor.
I thought, I'll try something different. I'll go with it.
No, but as an actor, you're supposed to be free enough with yourself and the character to say, okay, you're an idiot. I can laugh at you. But back to business. And now he's serious again.
Yeah.
But for a moment there, he cracked.
Yes, I did.
And I got such joy out of,
Well, I just never like seen somebody that it took that long to convince somebody to give him $2.5 million.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
$2.5 million? No. No way. Yeah, sure. Now.
No, but he didn't come up with the 2.5 at first. He was telling me all kinds of other shit about fire engines in his heart and all of that. So it took some convincing, especially since all the shooting and all the killing. I was just trying to keep it real.
Yeah. Well, there was actually a few takes of this. Every time we Kadeem, he says, "Man, how about those? You just like those 30 motherfuckers chasing us, and then the next take would be like 50 motherfuckers, and then the next time was like 10,000 motherfuckers chasing us."
Yeah, I got that from somebody. Somebody I saw it do that. They inspired me, and I thought, the fish is gonna get bigger every time I tell the story. He just shot 30 people in the bar. He just shot 130 people in the bar. He just shot 250 people in. Yeah, it just grows. It's one of the great liars of all time. And we're off, and we're going to my house.
Sunny Santa Clarita.
Yeah.
Very nice neighborhood.
And what is that thing stuck to the front of the car? Is that like a tongue or a lip?
Well, in the deleted scene, what happens is to try to preserve realism.
Right.
Since the cops didn't confiscate the car, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, we had to keep your car there.
That's right.
They just pulled off to the side, pulled this little tag like they've been there, just as an abandoned car or broke down car or something.
Oh, okay.
Because in one of our longer uncut versions of the film, you and Mark actually take that thing off the car. Remember?
Yeah, I remember doing it in the thing with Brittany. We opened up on me yanking at it, trying to get it off. Oh yeah, I love this scene. Did you write that line?
What?
She remodeled.
Yeah.
That was genius. I'm sorry, I just.
If you look on the right, my right eyebrow, I've already got the cut.
Oh,
there.
you got the stitches?
Yeah, I've got the stitches right
Yeah.
there.
Actually, where you can see it the most, the clearest, is when after the scene is over and Mark's looking at the window at the wife. That's when you can really see it on his close-up. Because here I placed them on this side so we can avoid seeing that cut.
Look at Kadeem's face. Oh yeah.
I was not.
And what was omitted from this sequence here, which you'll see in the deleted scenes, is that after this they go to the Kadeem's daughter or Malik's daughter's room.
My room. That's right.
And it really, it was a really poignant scene. Also, it was the first scene that helped break the ice between Malik and Toby. And it was really unfortunate that it ended on the cutting room floor, despite my personal choice. Because the one important thing was that Toby made a reference to seeing Superfly and movies in general.
That's right.
And later on in the film, twice, he mentions about, I saw that in the movie once and whatever. And you never understood where that came from, and especially the way Malik reacted, like he's heard that before. So you'll see this in the deleted scenes.
And this is an old friend of mine, Sanaa, who got the job. I remember we had auditioned a whole bunch of girls.
Yeah, we did.
And she came in and blew you away. And she's an old friend.
That was a pretty amazing experience because remember we had all these different girls. Had a Jamaican girl come in.
Yeah, we had the white Jamaican girl who was winning for me.
Yeah, and then we had the other girl came in who looked like she probably had argued with you all your life.
Yeah, right.
And it's funny to see these two go. They started reading from the script, and about 3 lines into it, they were going at it fully
right.
Oh, what you mean you came home this late? You didn't bring me flowers. They were just going off like.
That's right.
It was really fun.
No, that was fun. The auditioning process. But Sanaa did kill it. The white Jamaican girl, she was like Miss Jamaica, and she spoke patois like a straight Jamaican, but she was long hair and just tan. I was like, oh baby, you are the winner. But then Sanaa, she got skills. She came in and killed it.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, she really looked the part too.
Yeah.
Because she looks very responsible and very.
Like she's taking care of business and she's making the responsible choices. And I look like a
loser,
ragamuffin fool. The ragamuffin,
deadbeat.
Andy. Yes, right. Can't get a job. Can't keep a girl. Yeah. And get out. She told me. Take your handcuffs.
What's funny in this scene too is like if you watch Mark's reaction, because Mark doesn't say a word in this scene until the very end, and the way he reacts is pretty funny.
Yeah.
And this scene where he says "me too," actually, that's one of Mark's ad libs, because if you never want to be in that situation where you're in the same room with your friends getting his ass kicked, let alone handcuffed to that person.
Yeah.
So it was actually a nice little touch. It was very funny. So this is a shot coming up. This is where you can see on Mark's face, on his brow right there. On the DVD, you'll see a lot clearer.
Stitches.
Yeah. But these are little touches, These
right here.
little touches here that really helps the character make you like them because it really kind of makes them more human, And even this scene right here, originally it was a little bit longer.
Right. This is "I love you too, man," or don't twist any ankles.
Yeah. That's Kadeem
groins.
improv and stuff.
Yeah. That
Totally
commercial.
works.
That commercial had just come out.
I love you, man.
I love you, man.
Funny, it was my son was 3 years old at the time, and that's what I would say to him every morning before I leave. I love you, man. And
I can't believe he's in high school
I
now.
love you, man.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I feel it in my back.
And this is one of those scenes where we literally ran out of time because we had so much to shoot in this location in one day. And it was just moving around this huge bus terminal. It was amazing. So during lunch, I went and I bugged Mark and Kadeem. I was like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, can you mind if we rehearse while we eat?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get a chance. And thank God we did, because by the time we got here,
No, it was tight.
yeah, we shot literally one take of one angle, turned around, shot the other take of the other angle, and it was like, all right, we're
go.
done. We're out of here. The sun is down. We can't shoot anymore.
Yep.
So it was a very good thing that we did. And it was such a, this scene really just worked. I love this scene.
Yeah, I like this scene. It's
Yeah.
one of the better ones.
You know.
I was feeling dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling like, okay, he's gone. Now I can go on with
But you
my
kind
life.
of missed me though, right?
Not right here. I was just like,
Didn't you put that CD out, Kadeem Hardison, Feeling Dramatic?
Feeling
Compilation of
blue.
all the music there. Feeling Dramatic from
feeling
Kato.
dramatic. I was like, go on, man, get out of my life.
Mhm.
Don't break any
You said,
ankles.
like-
Don't twist any. Don't pull any groins.
Groins, yeah. How many?
Yeah.
You weren't referring to my own. Because I was like, how do I do that?
How do you pull a groin? Oh,
Well,
no,
groins though. You said plural, right?
No,
Don't pull any groins.
groins.
You said. I'm like, does he mean my own or you know what I mean?
Oh, that's
So I was
just
like,
the
so when I'm walking, I'm
ignorance
thinking,
that-
what does he mean?
No, yeah.
In character, right?
Well, I got that from your walk. I totally saw that in your walk.
I thought,
And here's our
no.
three tough guys here.
Yeah, right. Oh, who would have noticed that?
All the
Three guys
newspapers,
decided
right?
to put the newspaper.
Look
back
at that
the same
footprint
time.
shot. Boy, they're bad.
Yeah. I say, hey man, you on your own. I ain't fucking with them.
This is America, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm out of
You on
here.
your own. I'm gone, baby. I got to get this thing off my car. This damn extra toe I got on the front of my car. What is that?
On the left there, that's my wife and my son, Jason.
Yeah.
Made a little cameo. There's a little boy back there.
Right? In the movies.
So this shot coming up here with the mirror gag was actually pretty interesting because I can't remember if that was scripted or was something that I just made up that
It
morning
seemed
or
like
what.
something- It seemed like
But-
a Steve Wangism.
Yeah,
something you made
I
up.
remember when we were out shooting that dialogue scene with Mark and Kadeem, I was standing there with the compact, looking all over the place, like trying to focus and defocus my eyes and see if I should actually pull the shot off. And it turned out it was possible with the long lens and the rack focus thing. So it was.
When he said, I
You know,
don't think I'm going to
it's-
buy a ticket.
I think men in general like it, but my wife, when she saw it, she laughed at it. She says, "God, that is so damn pretentious." And she hated that shot, but.
And Mark has a good run here. He really runs like look at that. That's running there.
What's funny was the guy on the left, the brother, he could really
Wayne
run.
King. Oh, yeah, Wayne King.
Yeah.
Yeah, we play ball together.
Yeah, and these two other guys behind him couldn't keep up. Really?
That's me
Yeah,
fall
it's
down.
That's Koichi falling down right there.
Yeah.
And
who
we did
comes
it. I don't know
to
how many
the
takes we
rescue?
did that run, but by the end they were huffing and puffing like, God, man, I can't do anymore.
Gave Wayne King a slow motion joint, and here's Jim Dandy to the rescue.
Yeah.
Look at that! You see those tires screech? That was me driving.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my own stunt driving. Yeah,
Yep.
I didn't
Yeah.
get any extra money though. I could've
No
charged.
budget.
Yeah, low budget bastard
That's Kadeem,
production.
the action hero.
Yeah, but Wayne King looked very good there. We love Wayne. Oh, the 405. That looks like.
That's actually the 110.
Yeah, it's the 110, but
It looks like
traffic.
4-5.
It looks like 405. Let's try it because I got to get on the 405 when I leave here. Shit.
These are all the shots we did like months later.
Yeah, right. Without
Yeah.
us, dread
Yeah.
wigs and
Body doubles and wigs and all that
and
stuff.
jumpsuits. We call those.
This scene here
Yeah.
was.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is when Mark can't find the rhythm. Mark can't
I'm
find the
in
rhythm.
character.
Well, you know, it
Okay.
starts out well enough.
Yeah, it started out good.
Come
and then-
on.
Now he's looking to check. Then when he hit my hand, he's off. He's gone.
I know.
As soon as we touched hands, he was like, "Oh, wait a minute! I can't do all of that at the same time."
Was touching the hand considered an extra beat?
Yeah. He thought that was the 5 out of 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this whole scene was an ad lib.
Yeah.
Because when we were shooting some of the dialogue scenes, the
And
whole
that was
kung
yeah.
fu dialogue.
We weren't there for that.
Yeah.
Although I would have done it. I thought it was hilarious.
And it's.
Is that Hong Kong?
No, it's CGI.
Yep.
Wow. Look like Hong Kong to me.
hmm
And that looks like one of our sets.
Yeah, this was a set, actually. In fact, they actually, when this was done, we sold the set to the guys at Babylon 5.
Oh, really?
And they used it. Yeah, I saw it on TV, and it kind of pissed me off that this set appeared on their show before the film came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It wasn't exactly like this, but all the
Right.
panels on the door and everything. But, yeah, it was a cool little set. Only problem was I like shooting up, and there was no ceiling, so
Right.
I really couldn't shoot up very much.
And this is the first time we see Masaya,
Yeah.
the advanced model.
hmm
Better known as the supermodel, right?
And that was funny because on set, I remember we're shooting on Apollo 14, and I say, "Oh, let's bring Masaya on here," and the makeup person keep touching up makeup on him, and like, "Oh wait, we gotta touch up the makeup." And I said, "I want the advanced model, not the advanced supermodel. Let's get him on set."
Supermodel. Because he's such a handsome man. Oh.
Well, he's quite a heartthrob, you know.
Yeah, nah, he killed it. He came and he did his thing here. I was scared of him.
That's one thing is a lot of people ask me, they go, how come this advanced model guy looks so much like Mark? And that was actually a conscious decision on my part because I wanted to show this corporation,
Right.
they born and they breed assassins,
Right.
and they don't want them to have identities, you know?
Right.
And that's why Toby broke away.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing is, Masaya, he seems so serious, but off camera, he's funny, man.
Yeah, no, he's
really
a
good
crack
sense
up.
of humor.
Yeah.
And this whole finger coin of death thing, the shot right here where you see his hand, that's actually a magician's hand hiding
Get outta
below
here.
camera. Yeah. Because, I mean, you can't just like go on set and go, "Hey, can you do this?"
Can you hey, supermodel.
Yeah.
Hey, Cindy Crawford. Can you juggle?
So we hired a magician who can juggle the coins with his
Oh,
hand.
that's dope. I
And hit
didn't
him
know
underneath the
that.
camera, so we
good.
timed it with Masaya's movement, so that he
Yeah.
kind of looked like he's actually doing it.
Totally
It
works.
sure did. I thought it was him.
Yeah, those little tricks.
Yeah, you filmmakers.
Yeah. We ought to be stopped.
Somebody's got. Look how pretty he is. He's a beautiful man. And here we are driving along, and I want to have some conversation. Always
always
talking,
wanna have
always
conversation.
talking, always talking.
This is actually a very fun scene because when I first read this in the script that Scott Phillips wrote, I cracked up because this is exactly what the film needs. You know, just these.
Yeah, the stereotypes.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
just the kind of,
Me doing my worst Chinese movie impression.
But you do it well.
You say that now. But you didn't think so then.
That's right. After we had lunch, Mark came up to me and said, that Kadeem, his kung fu is incredibly dumb as well as stupid. It's obsolete. It's obsolete. Well, there's actually more dialogue here in my version. In the HBO version, they do this whole dialogue about the kung fu, and then it was cut.
Right.
But then in this version, as you probably have seen already, there's all this talk about, the bioengine and why it is, and then Malik thinking, well, you must be being bred for, competition or something.
Yeah, right.
And was kind of struck by Toby telling him he's an assassin.
No, he'd be
It's not
killing
the last thing
people.
you expect.
He was trying to sleep. And I didn't want him to sleep. When you're driving you're on a road trip, you can't have money to just go to sleep, especially if he ain't going to do no driving later. You got to talk.
Is this why the movie was called Drive?
No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
originally
Why
called...
the hell does the movie
Yeah.
called?
Yeah, the original title was Road to Ruin.
Yeah, which didn't
Which
really
I
fit this
didn't,
film
yeah,
either.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, but we had a hell of a time trying to come up with the title.
Yeah.
And they came up with ones like Turbo Drive, and I was like, oh
Ooh,
yeah, straight to video.
God. Yeah.
Hard Drive, yeah, straight to video.
Yeah, right, hard drive.
Yeah.
Then we blew a gasket, and it's great prop work there with the fake steam.
Yeah, I don't know. This was a weird movie. I mean, it was hard for everybody because even we're doing the temp score on this thing just to try to get a version that we could screen. It was even hard for me to find music that would fit the tone of this film.
Yeah, because it was.
It's
so
really
many-
weird, You have like aliens
Yeah, right.
in
I
there and
remember
Terminator and all
using
this stuff,
that,
and
yeah.
sometimes it works and a lot of times it didn't because it just wasn't that kind of film. So it was.
And now we're coming up to the lovely and talented Brittany Murphy,
That's right.
who couldn't be with us today, but she's here in spirit.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, there
She was. Yeah, she was a heck of a find
Yeah.
because I remember when we were in the auditioning process and
Skippy.
yeah, I mean,
Like
I
a
must
little
have saw
fairy.
just personally at least about 100 girls, let alone the full, sort of the filtering process prior to this. And I was very surprised to see so many pretty girls were actually very good actresses, but they weren't right for what I was looking for. I was looking for somebody who was kind of young and innocent, but a wildflower.
Yeah.
And the main thing that really scared me, this was the hardest part to cast in this movie for me, was they couldn't act this part. They were either this person or they weren't.
Right.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
And Brittany was one of the last person we saw. And when somebody said, "Oh, how about Brittany Murphy? She was in Clueless." And I remember seeing Clueless and going, "Oh yeah, that's Ty." She was. I was really impressed with her. I remember, and I thought, yeah, but I don't know if she's right. She doesn't really look right for the part, or whatever. And then she comes in looking completely different.
Yeah.
And she says she apologized. She almost didn't show up. She was sick, so she has kind of low energy. Well, low energy for Brittany. It was like me on like 15 cups of coffee, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
And she came in and right away. It was like just blew us away. It was like that's her, man.
And look at her pour it on Kadeem.
And she
Look
was
at that.
pouring it on, and
Jesus,
I had
she
nowhere
just
to go.
goes.
She was rubbing up against me. I said,
Yeah.
man.
This whole exciting line too was one of Kadeem's
Exciting, that
ad
was
libs. It was
another
actually
ad-lib.
brilliant. Very, very funny.
And whose was the Chocolate Boy Wonder? Did she
I
kill
told
it? Was
her.
that
I
you?
told her to say
That
that.
was you know what? I got so much shit. I remember telling you too.
Chocolate Boy Wonder?
I was telling you, man. Okay, we'll do it, but you know, I don't want to get somebody shit for
Yeah.
this.
It's funny though.
Chocolate
I remember
Boy
sitting one of
Wonder.
the test screenings, and you brought some of your friends, you know.
Tempest
And
was
yeah,
there.
and they're sitting there and hear Chocolate Boy Wonder. I heard like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
But you
That's
gave
the
it to her,
reaction.
right?
That's the reaction you want. Yeah. You wanted that reaction from the sisters. That's just the sisters going, "Ooh, no, she didn't." Chocolate Boy Wonder. Yeah. Nah, that was one I threw her. I was like, yeah, say Chocolate Boy Wonder. I think I've always thought of myself as the Chocolate Boy Wonder. So I said, I'm going to have white girl call me that on the screen.
Chocolate Boy
and
Wonder.
everybody would call me Chocolate Boy Wonder.
But that came from Batman and Boy
Yes.
Wonder.
Well, it came from Pete Rock and CL Smooth, which is a rap duo. And
Mm-hmm.
Pete Rock, who's a DJ, calls himself the Chocolate Boy
Come
Wonder.
on, Steve. You
Oh,
knew
really?
that.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that.
Steve knows everything.
Yeah, I know them as well as I know EPMD.
Yo, boy. Eric and Parrish making dollars. EPMD. That's right. We did an EPMD
Yeah, we did an
reference in there.
EPMD reference early on.
Right.
Yeah, there was some funny stuff. It was just, it was just a
Yeah.
long sequence.
Yeah.
We ended up having to lose it.
What did I? Wow, that's right. I did make reference to EPMD.
Mm-hmm. And remember when he was talking about, Mark was talking about, yeah, you need, you could use a job. Your car's kind of messed up. You're like, don't talk about my car.
Right. Yeah. Right. Oh. And I didn't want her looking at my behind, so I couldn't walk out. She was just pouring it on.
This was another ad lib too. This whole nothing. This is funny because this is something I used to do with my wife, just to flirt with her, and it's amazing how when you put it in the right context, how controversial it can be.
Yeah. Right.
Because I don't know if anybody realized how old she was supposed to be, but in my eyes, she was supposed to be about 16 years old.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So she was just really just a young wildflower.
Which is why I couldn't really get into her.
Mm-hmm. It was funny because when my first impression of this character of Deliverance.
Koichi? Man, what are you
that?
talking about,
You have to
Koichi?
excuse us. Koichi farted. And it's a small room.
Oh man, Koichi.
It wasn't a funny fart,
Koichi.
even though we were all laughing.
Oh man.
Oh, goodness.
Man.
Oh, goodness. I just love these guys. These guys are two of my favorites. I could sit and watch JP. He's such a good bad guy. He takes an ass whooping as well as anybody. Because I love him, but he fancies himself a tough guy.
And he gets mad when he gets his butt kicked.
Exactly.
He gets
So
mad
is
about it in
not
real life
easy.
too.
See, there we go. We're pulling the extra toe off my car. There's a big toenail I had to get rid of.
That was funny because that was purely accidental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
During that crash, and it just got stuck on there, and
Yep.
we never really had the time or
And
thought
then,
about taking
and
it off.
then they drilled it so that it would stay.
So stay on right for
Yeah.
continuity. So
And
by the
then
time we got to
told me
that
to pull it
scene,
off.
I remember telling the producer, I said, you know what, fuck this thing, man, get this fucking thing off my car.
And I remember that they had to undrill it a little bit because I was pulling for like 3 minutes. You said
Yeah.
action, and I was pulling for 3 minutes and couldn't get it off. So I'd worked up a good little lather by the time I got it off.
This little device here, folks, you're gonna see this in the market in a few
That's
years.
that's right. Only
right.
it'll be
Thank you.
about
I should go
a
work for
quarter
Sony.
the size. And there's Cutie Pie.
Yeah. What's so funny is that when I first cast Brittany in this part, I thought she's cute, but she's not gonna be sexy, which is what I was looking for. And I
Right.
thought, no way anybody's gonna think she's sexy. Boy, was I ever
Yeah, nah,
so
dude, she
wrong.
was-
I mean,
she was a
by the
little
time we were
sexy,
shooting the stuff, I'm looking at the dailies. I'm going, man, she's sexy.
You dirty old bastard. You.
Hey, she turned 18 on the show. Hey, look at her. She's working it, man.
definitely.
Totally.
Oh,
She's working the
100%.
magic.
That's why it was so much fun to work with her,
Mm-hmm.
because all I had to do was watch and react.
Mhm.
I hit you with this bottle. Koichi, no more farting. Koichi had sweet and sour pork. So,
Oh man, you're sharing it with us
so
now.
yeah, it's and he had some shrimp and it's swimming upstream right about now. Yeah, and watch it. Wait, oh, I wish we could rewind, because she has to do a walk when she says this line about the car. She has to get her feet together to do the walk to speak about the car, because she remembered the line, because she don't know anything about cars. So she rehearsed it in steps. So right before she says the line about the cars, we're not even there yet. She's gonna come and show me something really great, and I was like, no. I thought she's gonna take off her clothes or something. I don't want to see her. She's so.
Well, I remember
funny.
this scene too because we had written the scene. Everything was written just sort of unresearched. I wrote all the specs unresearched.
Yeah, exactly.
And
she
my
was
buddy
like, wait, here it
Daryl
comes.
did he had built these cars for me. Like this was actually a model kit. I mean, he found this shell, it was a real shell, off the side of a freeway off Arizona and patched it. The inside there was nothing inside. It was just like a shell.
That's the feet. She has to
Yeah.
walk. She has to do the walk so she can say the line.
Oh, well, then we changed it on her last second.
Yeah,
because
no,
it made no
she
sense.
didn't know
So
what was going on.
yeah, so I
yeah,
told her,
right.
and then
Then
she
you
was
made
like-
it make sense.
yeah.
And then she was even deeper in shit because she didn't, it was fine when it made no sense to her.
No, Koichi, not again.
Koichi, one more, and you're gonna go have to sit in a room by yourself.
We're gonna put you on a separate track.
And he'll every now and then we'll say, "Speak, Koichi." Hello.
Harold, this is Koichi. Well, I remember when we were shooting this scene here, because Brittany actually had a lot of problems remembering those lines because it was just so like you might as well be saying something from out of Star Trek.
Exactly.
It was just so weird that by the end of the day I thought, oh man, I really fucked this up. I shouldn't have changed that stuff, and I was feeling really bad that this scene wasn't gonna work. And we put it together. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Me too.
that's good.
So
it's
funny.
it's really cute. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
And it's still sexy.
Yeah.
No, there's honesty.
Say, come on, Malik,
all
be
over
strong,
it.
man.
Be strong.
Don't go there.
Word up.
Don't go there.
Come on, man, be
She's
strong.
looking pretty juicy, but hold on, bro. Hold tight. Just stick to the straight and narrow. Yeah, and she was just pouring it on. And then she would, every now and then she would confirm that she was nowhere in my league by saying something stupid, and I'd go, okay, look, you're just a kid. But I loved her.
Great week.
was
Oh,
really
and,
fun.
and
She
the
told me.
noise she made, that's right. She did that noise from like a cartoon. She went, I just thought, you are too much.
I like this walk where she walks one way and then
Yeah,
once
that-
you see her again.
That was a Steve
right?
Wangism.
Oh, was it?
He told her to walk the wrong way.
So does he do that stuff for his wife?
Yeah, right.
Huh?
And she walks the wrong
I don't know
way.
where this shit comes from, man.
Yeah.
It's
Here come the bad boys.
That's right.
Bad boy. That's what you should have had right there.
The food
Bad
in
boy.
Tracey
Bad
Walter's
boy,
mouth.
what you gonna do?
Sure, for $100,000.
Right.
We had some of the coolest songs on this temp
That's
track. And they
right.
found out
Oh,
that the cheapest
wow.
song was like $30,000. We're like,
Yeah.
forget it.
That's when I was begging for the theme song to be 25 Miles.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that rap song we
Yeah,
mixed?
yeah.
That was a cool song.
I wanted that one. I was
Uh-huh.
like 25 miles from home. Yeah. And there we go again with the television shows within the movie,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great idea. Inspired me to write a script and have our own TV shows and our own TV stars within the script. It's hilarious. And the fact that it was a frog with a big brain coming out of his head.
This scene actually was.
How did
pretty-
you like this, Mark? Did that feel good?
It could have, but I couldn't let it get to me.
That's right. You had to stay strong.
Especially the scene
That's
they pour the
right.
water on. I thought for
Yeah.
sure we had one take at this, and Mark's hair is wet. They're like, "The water's gonna come now. It's gonna come right about now." And then we pour the water, no reaction, perfect. It was like, this right here, you see the lightning bolt on the stun stick. Originally, when I had planned the sequence, you're gonna see this animation all the time.
Yeah, every time he
Especially-
strikes,
yeah,
yeah.
every time they strike, especially in the fight scenes.
Yeah.
It was going to elevate the fights. We're going to add the sparks when they contact and all that stuff. Well, we spotted it. There was something like 500 rotoscope areas we had to do. It was I had a friend who was going to do it for me as a favor for about $30,000 on film. Animate all that stuff. And of course, it became a money issue, and I was getting responses back like, "Well, you sure you want to do this? Because it might not, it might take away from the scene." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, well sure. I thought the lightsabers really hurt that
Star Wars.
that lightsaber duel. Yeah, I mean it was the part of the magic of making it exciting.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve?
Yeah.
When JP
That's
said
the
that one-
Bible right there. By the
Yeah.
way, For those
We
of
all
you
knew
who
that. I
didn't-
got that.
Yeah.
That was instant.
That was
great.
a JPism.
Yeah,
too. He made that
definitely.
up. That was very funny.
He was like, okay, I'm going to tear this joint up, but I'm not going to hurt
That's right.
the Bible.
Kick ass for God.
That's right.
Well, what is a jelly full of pudding?
Oh, my
Right, what is that?
favorite
Jelly full of
line.
pudding.
No, actually, it was
He
a baggie
flipped it.
full of jelly.
Yeah.
Baggie full of pudding.
Yeah.
And JP said jelly full of pudding.
He messed it
And
up.
yeah,
funny.
He messed it up. Yeah, but the thing is, we only had so many sparks because if you had actually seen how we shot that scene, because we went around him like 3 times, and you never saw anybody, but we had the boom guy with the boom around him. We had to wrap the wires around him a few times and strike it at the right time. The effects guy had to be around there. The first AC, the camera guy. We had 4 or 5 people circling him, when he first gets out, and it was just funny as hell.
A jelly full of pudding.
Yeah. So when he said that and it was wrong, but didn't have any more, so we just.
It still works.
Well, I think it made it funny.
Kind of get the feeling, yeah.
Jelly full of pudding. It's like one of those southern things, And here's the water,
the big water
bit
thing.
here. Look at that! Look at that! What a pro! No reaction whatsoever.
Genius.
A little water knocked me down.
And I think they're all wearing masks. Well, A, because it's daytime, and and B, because it's the Alpha Stunt Team again.
Yeah.
All those
No,
guys
actually,
that
this
were
part
on
it
the
isn't.
boat.
This is okay. 2 reasons. A, I love The Professional,
That's
the Luc
right.
Besson movie.
Yes. we
So
all
this
love
is sort of like my first homage to that in the beginning. And second, because it's convenient. Because we're going to replace all these guys with Alpha Stunt guys, and you can't have a bunch of Japanese guys also just sit here and beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah. Right.
So the mask was very, very convenient. I mean, at one point we didn't even want to hide Hedgehog's face, but because he's such a character. But the problem is, we didn't have anybody who looked like him enough to double him. Whereas with Madison, we saw his face, but we had Luke,
Yeah.
who looked very close to Madison.
Yeah,
so-
or the white guy looks same.
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, those
All the white
Americans,
guys.
they all look the same
Yeah.
to
They all
me.
look the same to me. Yep. And the fact that who had them? Oh, right. He called me Bob Marley in the beginning,
Oh, yeah.
JP.
Uh-huh.
And when I heard the guy say, "It's Bob Marley, boss. We found his car," I thought that was hilarious. Now they were all referring to me as Bob Marley.
Those guys talk, man. This is actually all a set too.
Yeah.
This is location out here, but the garage was a set that we built on a stage in Burbank. That way, we made a pretty big garage, and they offered us a lot of freedom to be able to come up with some pretty cool stuff with the fight scenes. Because one thing is, when we first shot this movie, because of time constraints, I ended up doing like 7 days a week from day one. We shot 7 weeks. And then-
Steve was sleeping on the set sometimes.
Yep.
We'd come in, we were working 2 units, and he would just sleep over.
Yeah, it was like 1 hour sleep a day during lunch in the trailer. Then eat when I'm shooting. And then, but of course, I wouldn't be in that position if it wasn't for Koichi making that suggestion. I'm like, come on, we're not getting enough time to shoot these fights. Let's
That's
just work
right.
all night.
Let's just keep going. I'll stand here and supervise.
Yeah. And I was like, we kind of did that on Guyver too. I mean, we
Yeah.
were working some really long hours too. They were sleeping on set and stuff just to get the fights, So on this movie, I was like, well, hell, I'm not gonna say no. If you guys want to do it, sure. So we did, and for
But that's the only way to get a time for the fight scene, though.
Yeah.
With short schedule like this.
well, yeah, with Jackie Chan movies, he talks about spending like 2 weeks or like a month
Months.
to shoot one fight scene, and a month, that's half my shooting schedule over half my shooting schedule on a movie. So it's tough, and but the film really benefited from doing that. I mean, even Mark at one point, I remember telling him like, you gotta be crazy like us now, man. I mean, those 12-hour days aren't gonna be enough now. You have to act and look good, but then come that 12 hours, you're gonna have to get down and tussle.
Yeah, because we were doing 2
Oh, here
units.
comes my favorite move. Here comes my favorite move. Off the wall. No, not that one. Off the wall. Oh, love it.
But we were working 2 units. The dialogue, A unit, and then the B unit come in and we'd shoot the
the
fight
fight
scenes.
stuff,
So
yeah.
we're basically shooting 24 hours a day.
Yep.
Or usually, like when we're doing setups, Mark and Kadeem, they'll go back to the trailer and stuff while we're setting up, And I remember one time, like, we're like looking for Mark. We're shooting. It was like 3 a.m. or something.
Right.
It's very quiet on set when you're shooting. With small crew and all stuff, all you hear is the hum of the neon. And we're finally set up and ready to go. And like, oh, let's get Mark. And then like, we can't find Mark. He's crashed out on the mat on set. And I'm like, yeah, that's the spirit. Super 8 film, man.
right.
This is the way we make movies.
This is how we
Guerrilla
do it.
filmmaking.
This was my Bruce Lee moment here.
This right here always gets howls.
Yeah.
It's like, forget that little
I
crowbar,
was
man.
Like, ooh,
It's funny.
weighing these
That is
two out.
funny.
Yeah, and I was moving very stealthily through there. And look at the
Look at
hair.
that.
Look at the hair.
Well, when I auditioned Kadeem for this, I was told he was a ninja on the inside.
And you are
He got the
correct.
part because he was a ninja.
That's right. And I got to cut his arm off. I couldn't believe I was getting to do all of this stuff. I dreamed about this as a kid. And the gun shot him. He shot himself. I'm the man. I am the man. Then I had to go and physically beat somebody's ass.
We did a lot of CGI enhancements on that. The shot with the hand, same thing. It was the muzzle flashes were CGI.
And the bullets didn't go through that door there, huh?
No.
It was double door, you see.
Oh, very good. With the steel plate in
See?
between. Oh, very good. It didn't even go through the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
That was a funky setup, but I guess in a lot of those hotels, you know, they have the suites and.
Yeah, the bulletproof doors just in case the president comes by.
Absolutely.
Dignitaries come from out of town. Oh, she was so cute. He was like, "Go, get out of here." Oh, shouldn't have came in. Y'all should have just stayed on the other side of the door. He's getting ready to break dance on you.
This was actually a really funny scene. I mean, a very fun scene to do because I remember originally that the concept was like, how do you get 5 guys in a little tiny room? And this room looks a lot bigger on film than it really is because I'm using wide-angle
Wide lens,
lenses.
yeah.
Like, you know, everything's shot with an 18 or a
14.
you know, a 14 millimeter lens. So it makes the room look a lot bigger than it really is.
Oof, I love that.
But the idea was
Flip
the
'em.
big challenge is like, I'll go up to Koichi and go, choreograph a really cool fight, and here's your space. It's like, you know.
He's throwing pots and whatnot at him, plates and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and what also
half
too,
of that
one thing that you probably won't know watching this is that after Mark got hurt and we already moved to a new location, this fight wasn't really complete.
Yeah.
Right.
So we came back.
Rebuild it.
A few weeks later, and
Yeah.
we had built the set again on stage, and so there are shots all over that is actually shot on a set, and then the shot here, which is shot on location.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all movie magic.
And at one point in your cut, did you have when he stuck his hand in the
Yeah,
boot?
when he took his hand in the shoe, you hear a squishy sound, and Mark,
Yeah.
you see a little reaction from Mark looking down at the shoe, was like, that's disgusting. But it's one of those things trying to figure out the timing, you know,
Right.
of jokes. Like, you know, maybe this is too much. Maybe one of them is enough.
Put it on.
Whose
Road
page is
Rage.
that?
That's Koichi farting.
Again.
Those electric farts, vibrating farts. Yeah. Oh, I like that. Just go hand to hand with him. Throw a couch at him. And look at me. I'm working him. He's got nothing. Get off him. I'll beat that. You pull a gun on me. He choked me.
Yeah, and this right here, this is really Kadeem.
This is me.
Right here.
Look at that.
Look at that.
There's no double
all
there.
Kadeem.
He was excited about that
I
too.
was
Kadeem
thrilled.
was so excited about
I was
falling.
so thrilled to be doing a fight.
Look at him.
scene.
Oh, look at that kick, man.
Yeah,
The kick was kind of soft.
Yeah, he kicks like a
Steve,
girl.
Steve told me I kick like a girl. He said, "You kick like a girl. Kick him for real." And these were my doubles. You know, the guys were doubling for me. I was like, I'm not gonna kick the guy. He's my friend.
And they're all like, kick me. No, really, just kick me.
Because Koichi's gonna make me do it 60 times until he kick me. And I thought this was one of the better flips I've ever seen.
Yep.
Thank you.
There's Mark doing his own shit. What? No trampoline.
No trampoline.
No wires.
No wires.
That's what's called a show-off shot.
Yes, right. Just because he
That you
can.
go show off.
And I love this. I don't know what possessed me to put that in. We had been dragging that thing all over the floor for a half a day, and then I stuck it in my mouth
Funny though.
and thought, "What am I, stupid? Brittany, come save me." Yeah. And those guns would never fire. Remember
No,
that?
it's
How
keep
we
jamming
could get
every
2
time.
shots maybe off,
Yeah.
and then they would jam.
Jam, yeah.
They
It was
looked
that one in
good.
particular because he held 100
Yeah.
rounds. I mean, it was
Yeah,
almost,
they look good as hell, but you could get maybe 2 or 3 shots at a time.
as
before
you
the
can
thing
see the way
would
we
lock
cut
up.
that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, cut. Bang, 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 bang.
It's funny. For those of you who actually pay attention to detail, when Kadeem comes in, you hear that screechy of his shoes. Those are like cartoon-style
That's
sound
right.
effects.
I
Yeah.
had on my Air Jordans, baby. Yeah, and I was the tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then of course the damn gun.
So much fun shooting this scene too.
Yeah.
Because Brittany totally got it.
She just,
I mean,
yeah,
she-
man.
Totally got that
She's
scene.
just evil.
Look at 2 shots.
Clack, clack. Oh, shit, come on. And she lit it up.
After the scene, Brittany came up to me to thank me profusely.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
thank you,
love
thank you. I
this.
got to shoot that machine gun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And she was just giggling.
excited.
She was just, okay. Yeah. And then I got to shoot it. Look at this man run. Does he run like a fucking track star or what? Look at
This was-
zoom.
Yeah, we had like laid down
Look
like
at that.
150 feet of
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
dolly
Look at,
tracks.
wait. Quiet. Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger in action. Oh, that was it?
That was it. That was your one chance to shoot a
Word,
machine
dude,
gun.
you gotta go back. Okay, everybody, rewind it and just look at me shooting again because it looked cool. It looked very cool. See, he doesn't run like a track star. These guys run like their backs hurt.
Well, you've got your big saving Brittany Murphy scene.
Oh,
coming
yeah,
up,
oh,
though.
yeah,
The big explosion. The
Yeah,
guy
we got
with
that
the
hair
wind.
moving there in
Yeah.
that scene.
Whoa! I
Yeah.
love that. Steve is directing his ass off. He
Right
said, I
here,
both want
right
you
here.
to.
This is
But
like
then
the big,
part of it is going to be fake hair. Wait, you'll see fake hair. Look at that's cool. That's Mod Squad shit. Now look at fake hair. That's fake hair right there. And there's back to real
Look at
hair.
that.
And that's beautiful.
That is
That's
romantic.
ebony and ivory. That's that's the way the world should be.
See, this
Can't
is
we
funny
all
because
just get
this
along?
whole love thing too. Having Romeo and Juliet music in. This was all. I mean,
Yes.
I thought of this way ahead of time. We're doing the script, and one thing that the reason that I wanted to keep that original scene with Brittany and Kadeem,
Look at my man flew over the car. He flew over the car. Oh, just
the
genius.
reason I wanted that scene in there is because it all helped build up to pay off the Romeo and Juliet thing.
Yeah.
Have to sort of inadvertent fall into the wrong position at the right time.
Yeah. No, I just thought, in character-wise, I wanted to play a little jealousy because, I just saved her. And I'm not trying to get with her, but I just thought, here I am doing my thing. And I turn my back for a minute. Somebody's about to shoot us. And out of nowhere, he comes diving over the car and throws the guy through a window and is saving the day like he should once again. This was another fight scene that I dug. Is Luke being JP. And why are they in masks? Because that's the Alpha team.
Notice the hair color change on the blonde.
Yeah, right. Mark's
The
got a little
brown
more
wig.
hair now. And she's like, wow.
This was actually longer originally, and they were talking about how he's original Black Belt Jones.
Yeah, right. How I could do all of that too. I was just feeling a
So
little
what?
jealousy.
It's a hedgehog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and see, he took
When
off
he
his
had taken a
mask.
flying double
funny.
kick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those falls.
Oh,
That's
man.
Tadahiro again.
Oh, man.
See, every
look
show we do, we assign an official fall guy, the guy who has to do all
at-
the
bang. Oh,
painful stunts.
Bang. Oh, there's sparks flying.
And that's Tadahiro again.
Oh,
Good
my
fall.
gosh.
This is
No,
fun,
that's
man.
Nobuyuki.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
And look at the
Yeah.
breakdancing. Money was breakdancing. And she was trying to make me laugh so hard.
Yeah, so much fun with that stuff.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Oof.
ad-libbing. That was good. This is some really fun stuff.
Yeah. Between the
Almost
legs.
get hit in the nuts.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I remember why we had to do this?
What?
The continuity, because you shot that.
Oh yeah. We had actually shot this whole thing with pushing this little shelving system there, and later on we established that there was some fishing cart.
So I have to put it back to where it was.
We had to put it on, and then had the guy push it off with continuity, and like it really mattered, All we put the film
Right.
together.
Whew, I love this. What made you think to tell him to flip backwards off this car?
Well, this is a part where we tested with a stunt guy, and we asked Mark if he wants to do it, and he said, "Sure, no problem." And he just did it.
But what made you think, okay, from the top of the car,
Uh-huh.
instead of just running off the car, flip
Okay,
backwards to
if
it
you
and
just
say-
land on the car, it's no fun. No,
Right.
everyone can do it.
Right.
But he's Mark Dacascos.
Yes.
It's
So
Mark
he's-
Dacascos.
so he
He can
can do
do
this
it.
I'm just trusting Koichi. He has the stunt guys go out and do it, and I call them the poison tasters. So if they live through the stunt, and then Koichi says that he thinks I can do it, then I'll go ahead and try it.
Remember,
Steve likes it,
nobody
then it's it,
walks in my movie. You have to make swishy sound effects.
right.
Ooh.
Here comes the stunts. The next
Oh,
stunts.
yeah, and this is when
That
she
we had
was
the
trying to make me
fall
laugh.
guy,
Tadahiro.
Tadahiro, fall onto the rear windshield.
Yeah.
We're big fans of Tadahiro.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was my double, I think, 3 or 4
Yeah,
different
yeah,
times.
yeah. Here he goes.
This is
Bang!
a real car
Real
window.
car windows. Just
And why'd you use the real car window?
because we just didn't have any fake ones.
It's a budget thing.
Yeah, no budget bastard.
No, but
you.
the rear window cracks very nice.
Yeah.
Stays there and
Right.
stuff. And
And all that, I think it breaks easier than fake ones.
Yeah.
Remember
yeah.
when Guy 2 we tested the window?
Yeah, yeah.
He just did a test and cracked it. We're like,
Yeah.
well, there goes our window.
Yeah, that was a King Goodman.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's got a limp. He kept his limp.
Well, after all that, he at least hurt something.
Yeah, right. He got his ass beat for 4 days.
This is
I
me
love
playing
the
John
slow
Woo
motion.
here.
I love you, though. I love the slow
You know,
motion reveal.
It's funny. You know what's funny? After, Drive was already finished, right? And then a while later, I went to go see Face Off.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that film.
Oh, yeah.
And By the time it was done, I walked out of thinking, "Oh my God, I could not believe how much influence John Woo had on me
Yeah.
as a filmmaker."
Oh yeah.
You know, all
this
the
was just slow-mo
and then the sound, just the whole.
Man, you
It
kidding?
was pretty amazing. I was never aware of it until I saw Face
And
Off.
then that thing came whizzing by Mark's head.
Yeah, watch this first shot when the rocket goes by. It literally is directly
So
on top
close.
of Mark, right there. Boom.
Yep, he ducked under
Yeah,
it.
if you freeze
And
frame
that's
it,
when
it's
we
exactly
took off
right
into
there.
hyperspeed and got the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the jump at
Look
the
at that
end.
joke. Yeah, I remember telling Mark, like, well, it's going to come fast. I didn't know how fast. Then they told me about a second and a half from the time the guy shoot it to hitting the window.
Second and a half.
So I told Mark, the wire was at about 6 feet. I told Mark, I said, whatever you do, just duck and you should be okay. A good thing he did, because that thing would have hit him if he didn't duck.
Yep.
Yeah, I told him to be careful, so it was fine.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, I told Mark to be careful. So everything was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Just be
a little
careful.
slower at first.
Now, Mark, when you do this big high fall jump into this little box down there, just
be
careful.
Careful, everything will be
It's on
fine.
a safety meeting.
And then he told us to stay
right, I
there on
was
the ground. I didn't
Oh,
get
safety
that.
meeting.
He said, "Stay here." He's laying there. With
And
the
what did
fire
you
and
say in
the dirt.
response?
I said, "Hell no, I ain't staying here."
Yeah, you said fuck
I
that.
said, "Fuck that, yeah. Fuck that. I ain't staying here. I'm getting in the car." And this
Somebody asked me, how come every time he does something, he
That's
has to
right.
spin and do
Shantae said the same thing. Was like, why
You know
does he
what?
have to pose?
I take full responsibility for that. That's all my fault.
Yeah.
As Mark described it best, when that E! Entertainment interview you did, you said a regular movie, when you turn and walk around the corner, you just do this.
Right.
But on a Steve Wang film, you have to like spin and move your head around.
Yeah. Shantae was like,
That's from me
man.
watching too many superhero and kung fu movies.
Oh
as a
yeah,
kid.
absolutely. And that's a good-looking model there. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was we did some neat stuff with that, like that one angle shooting through the back of the car just to throw people's perception off. It was all a forced perspective, and the model, the hotel also, half of that was model.
Great.
Yeah. This shot here was hiding underneath behind Brittany, right by where Mark is, because this was like, all right, we gotta shoot a scene, but we're driving back to base camp.
Right. That's
It's like trying to grab a scene, and
That's right.
literally just like
Yeah.
just shot it.
Guerrilla
Yeah,
filmmaking.
guerrilla
And
filmmaking.
there's the smoke from the explosion. No cops.
Yeah.
No fire trucks.
That
Nobody
Madison guy,
heard
he's
shit.
well connected, huh?
Yeah, right. Nobody heard shit. Did that hotel down the street, across the street, just blow up? Oh no.
No, the cop
I-
says it was
I
fine.
didn't hear nothing.
So this scene originally was supposed to be a really short little tidbit outside, and thanks to rain, we were very lucky to be rained out. Where here we are inside, and this is Lacey Edwards. She was our art department girl,
Good girl.
and of course, this whole scene was ad-libbed on the spot. And I thought it'd be really funny to play up the whole competition thing, since Brittany was trying so hard to get in Malik's something.
Ooh.
That it was really funny. So
And I told her to mush her.
And she doesn't even look.
Oh,
She doesn't even look.
what a
a
pro.
lot of the women really responded to this, because I guess it's like they've done that
Yeah.
for reals.
Yeah, or at least they wanted to.
Yeah, they wanted to.
And look at her. She's just as dirty. The
She's
shirt all dirty and just playing up sex the whole time.
This is funny too, because I remember we were shooting the scene. There's a little bit where she says, "I was the ultimate badass bitch," which, by the way, the writer Scott Phillips wrote that, and he really wanted to hear Brittany say that really bad.
And she did say it, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
And then Kadeem says like, "Yeah, you're bad," and she does this little giggle laugh thing.
Uh-huh.
This was all during the rehearsal. She did this accidentally when they were just like messing around. I thought this was so priceless of a moment. I just had her do it for reals, and it really got a lot of reaction. It was that kind of quirkiness I was talking about that makes a scene really stand out, because it's different, and it's very genuine.
Yeah. No, she's special. And she's going to do that noise again. She can look at Mark for a reaction. She's going to give that trumpet sound. that Oh. Yeah, I was like, come on, let's take her with us. Come on.
You know, it's funny. A lot of people see this film. They're like disappointed Brittany didn't go with you guys.
Definitely. I was. Remember when we shot this, I was like, oh man, we're not going to see her no more.
Mm-hmm.
She was definitely a little spark.
Well, you just don't have any idea, how things are going to work out. Like if you could plan to take her with you, but then
like
let's say
this.
all these scenes
Look at
just
that.
don't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's true. And then it's the Mod Squad.
Keep them coming more
That's right.
rather than wanting more.
And then she said, "You're uvula."
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I had never heard that word before. So my reaction was honest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Mark did the smart thing. He said, "I'm leaving." He said, "Go ahead, take the spotlight, kid. Run. I'm leaving." Yeah.
Yep, she's cute to the last drop.
Yeah, she just was giving it to me, and I thought, "Don't you look at my ass when I'm leaving, you little wild girl."
This scene here too is another scene that was omitted from the HBO version. Funny thing, because we ran out of time shooting on the location, so it was raining outside too. So this car right here was sitting halfway inside a warehouse and halfway out.
That's
And we
sound
had a-
stage.
yeah, on a
Just
sound
outside my
stage.
Pro 14.
Yeah, and we had to like fake all this.
Yeah, these boys are all bruised. They can't even see. Mark
This
done laid
was a
flat.
really nice moment. I mean, I was really sad to see this scene get cut out of the shorter version because this really kind of gave you a little insight on these guys. You know, what I mean,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, in my earlier cuts, we had more of them, and the audience reaction was that they liked them so much they were sad to see them die,
Yeah.
which was unfortunate because then we had to cut some of them down, so
Mhm.
you didn't get to like them as much.
No, because they're both good.
Yeah.
They're
Mhm.
both so good, and they're
Yeah.
good together that I enjoyed seeing them. That's what makes a whole movie is when, you don't have to see me and him, and then the other two guys or the other girl or whoever else is on screen is on. I love this. Did he say he was gonna come over there and bitch slap her?
Yeah.
Whew,
This
I
caused a
nearly-
lot of problems.
I
with
jumped out of my
overseas
seat
film
when I-
group, yeah.
Oh, really?
They
They
were
didn't like us?
lobbying really hard. Well, they were sort of anti. They were pro animals and pro feminism, whatever. So
Oh,
they thought that the word bitch slap was actually derogatory to women, which technically they're right. you
yeah,
know?
but no, really.
But under
it's-
this context, it wasn't really
no,
derogatory
right.
to
He was
women.
talking
But,
to a man.
so we had a lot of fights back and forth, and
Yeah.
so in order to keep this, I had to give up this other deleted sequence
Oh.
as a compromise. So which was too
Oh,
bad because that one got the biggest laugh.
Yeah. He said, "Do I have to come over there and bitch slap you?" And I just, I know JP, and he fancies himself. That's English, ain't it? He fancies himself a tough guy. I've been to England, so I can talk. So for him to come up with these little things, you see the tough guy in him, and you see when Mark is whooping the dog shit out of him. He don't have a good time, and he definitely didn't have a good time when I started whooping the dog shit out of him. I didn't think he was gonna go for that too tough.
After a while, you start feeling sorry for the guys.
Yeah.
Which makes it so great because you care about everybody.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
That's
And
right.
you understand where they're coming from
He's
on
just
all
doing
sides.
His job.
Yeah.
He done made you laugh a few times. He had a
Yeah.
few good one-liners.
He's doing the best he can.
He's human. He shot the damn gun, almost shot his foot off.
Exactly.
Oh wow! I haven't seen this in a long time.
This was a nice scene.
This was
was
drama.
also cut out the long
This is
version.
drama.
Drama. Yeah,
This scene
is-
here, yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah,
And
this
look at
is-
the car behind us.
It never
Look at that
moves.
car. It never goes over a bump. It never moves. It's like an alien following us.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hey,
talk
we
to
were
me when I
doing
got
the-
$25
that's
million.
right. We're doing the
Okay?
best we can with the low budget bastard productions.
LBB.
Oh, it's gone. Where's the alien?
Well, did you hear that sound? We actually did a sound like a drive-by, which is an incredible sound effects done by Les Claypool and his guys.
That's right. His
Great
guys
sound
is
job,
something
man.
else. Yeah, it sounded like a real car.
Yeah, and this scene here was to me one of the most important scenes in the movie because this is Toby's motivation. You find out the truth as to why he's really here. And it was unfortunate that it was cut out of the other version because the other version made him look like a mercenary. Like he was here for the money, and then it was too bad because right here there was some really genuine emotion going on here. I remember shooting the scene and it's just like it was some really heavy, poignant stuff, you know.
And I just said every time I opened my mouth, I said the wrong thing. That's what I was feeling like. Oh man, what did I? I was just trying to make conversation, and now money is choked up. Jeez.
Yeah.
What
And
am
one
I
thing that I
doing?
consciously did too in the scene, working with Ivan, our editor, is to keep once Toby starts to talk about his story, we never cut away. We're on him. You're forced to have to sit there and watch.
him go
Whereas
through it.
people's tendency to get into situations they want to turn away. They don't want to be involved because people are talking about sad things, you know. But I sit there and I force you to look at it, and it works very well. I mean, at the end, people were feeling they really. I've had people come to me afterwards tell me that after this scene here in particular, they really like understood Toby. They really felt something for his character. And then when they get to the ending when he's whipping ass, then they're really
Yeah,
into
you're
it more.
rooting
Yeah,
for
because
him.
it was all deep,
It
deeper.
all meant something.
Yeah.
It was purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
boy was acting over here. Youngblood was over there acting next to me. I was
So,
loving
Mr. Wong, what's going through your head?
it. Yeah, how did you pull this up? What was it? You got to talk quick because it'll be over in a
Well,
minute.
you know, it's funny. Remember right before we shot this, we rehearsed it in my trailer. I think Steve had you come over, and we were all three of us.
Mhm.
So we did it a couple of times in the trailer, and he adjusted things, and we came back. We came outside and shot it.
The worst thing for me was when you did it in the trailer. You actually cried.
Yeah, I remember.
And it
you.
was so good.
Yeah,
and then
I
I came
remember
out
that.
like, man, we're ready to kick some ass. And we came out because this was faked, and we shot one angle one night and the other angle the next night.
Right.
We came out, and then DP's like, well, we're set up for Kadeem. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
no, we
right.
gotta shoot Mark right now
Yeah.
because he's like totally
He's
into
right
it.
there,
And
he's
unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So which was unfortunate because, you know, sometimes it's all just part of working. You know, when you get just into a certain mode, you're just so ready, and you just gotta shoot it. You know, it was unfortunate that we had got sort
Was that
of our pace.
CGI? Was that
That was
helicopter?
CGI, yes.
Very good.
Well, this scene originally was the advanced model was really talking to Madison the Hedgehog, and he's flying his copter side by side with the car and all that stuff, and
Okay.
we're all scheduled to do these rehearsals with the real helicopter and shoot it and all this stuff, and then this little thing called budget.
Yeah.
Kicked in.
Budget bastard.
This was also we stole a shot from Dodger Stadium, and we took this model and shot that. We composited, and this car too. When they
With
you guys
the-
drive
on the
away
screen.
too, that's also a CGI car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's totally CGI. Right here, this car is CGI.
Uh-huh.
You can see it kind of bounces a little funny.
Yeah. Like we're driving off road.
So yeah, we got special effects. We're Hollywood.
Titanic ain't shit.
Yeah.
Uh,
This girl right here, Sarah. I didn't know her back then when we shot this. She was just an extra. About a year and a half later, I was working on Godzilla, and she was the receptionist at the shop. And I went, I know you from somewhere. And turned out she was,
Yeah,
she worked on this film. Yeah, it was funny.
giving out beers.
Yep.
And that's Leatherface.
That's
Tell
right,
everybody.
Leatherface 3.
Leatherface is doing karaoke
R.A.
with them
Mihai.
tight ass. Look at how tight them pants are. I wonder how he could breathe.
Hmm.
Big hillbilly.
You also notice the music mix on this is different than the HBO version. On this version, I felt strongly that because I was trying to sell this whole karaoke thing, this is kind of a family establishment. I had karaoke going all the way through from the beginning, but on the HBO version, you'll notice there was more of this high-tech music going, and then they faded it in, which, I guess is okay. But I just thought this was more of a fun atmosphere to have karaoke going the whole time. And then also too, Kadeem here makes reference to this character named Sprad. We call him Spam. we actually had Deliverance's boyfriend was working here. The reason why they're here to get the car, which
Right.
by the time they got here with all the edits we had to cut out, we were forced to cut out, I should say. None of it started making any sense. Like, why do they need to come and get a car if
Right, that's right.
you already got a car?
They
But then the
drove
scene where you were saying that every cop in this county is going to be after you
Yeah,
with
right.
this car, that scene was cut out too, and it kind of started getting
And
lost,
my man.
unfortunately.
My man. And they've been following you. And they have a little piece of equipment too that'll be on the market for sale.
This scene here really benefited from the DTS soundtrack, primarily because when you watch this in the theater or a really good home theater system, there's a lot of the operators speaking in Cantonese all around you in surround, and this is one of the scenes that you can really feel it very strongly in the theaters. So, for those of you who DTS enthusiasts, who's got a great home theater system at home.
Kadeem and I like this scene.
Yeah,
You
'cause-
remember why? Because he was home watching his basketball game, and I was in the trailer sleeping.
Yeah.
So that was a good scene for us.
Yeah,
And
really
I had a lot of fun shooting this scene too because you guys weren't in it.
I wasn't there, so I love that scene. That was a day off for me. Oh yeah. And there's sexy chocolate there. And I said, take a bit of my. Hey.
No, he's like, I don't like you. Your dreads are longer than mine.
I had to go over there, and then Money was so screw face at me when I went up and stood next to Brother. And look at this, you're gonna be able to get one of these pretty soon.
You know what that was?
At Radio Shack.
That was a last second thing because we didn't have anything that would look any good.
Look at screw face, how he grabbed me.
Screw face.
Why you looking all mean, screw face? Slow down, take them glasses off.
That's Chris Michael, and he was one of the leads in my last movie, Guyver 2. Yeah, he played a CIA agent. And that guy that's Ted Smith. He's sort of the Dick Miller of my movies. He is in all my movies. He's been in every single one of my movies.
Good for Ted.
Yeah, and So this scene here, originally there was this whole speech that Cantwell does that I thought was really funny. It was such a well written speech, a good old boy speech, and we shot it too. It turned out pretty well, but it was really unfortunate we had to cut it because. If it's talking, it's talking,
not
and
fighting.
if they're not fighting, then they're
Let's get
talking.
some
And
kicks.
talking bad, fighting good. Bad, good, bad, good.
Yeah, get it? Got
Yeah.
it. And then they got a whole bunch of money, and the world was a beautiful
And right, look
place.
at that. Look at what Mark does. He just hands over the dough.
And then
know?
I wanted to say, as an ad lib, he'll take your thing back. And Steve wouldn't let me. He was like, "You're making it look cheap." I was like, "But look at it." So I
Like, we
wanted to
know
say
it's
that-
cheap, but it's not supposed to look cheap.
I wanted to say, "Oh, here, take your thing back," because it looks like just a thing.
It is. You know what it was? It was a Star Trek. It was a Star Trek Next Generation tricoder with a thing put on upside down. Because all the stuff they made that day when I saw it, I was like, "This is crap. I can't use this."
God, that is too funny.
So it was like Wyatt Wee was on set. I said, "Wyatt, do you have anything in your car?" And Wyatt, he carries tricoders in his car.
Right.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
Well, I
Everybody-
left mine at home that day.
Now this is the bikes. I think this is where audio really was saving us here.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I
Audio.
think we needed audio.
Yeah.
Even though it's in slow motion, and look, he looks like Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer here. It's like he couldn't wipe the blood off the top of his nose.
Well, that's one thing I try to establish, that when you get punched in my films and blood comes out, they stay with you the whole
That's
movie.
right.
They just
It doesn't just, oh my
like that
God,
one little trickle
wait,
of blood
this
inside
is
of Mark's mouth.
That's
Once
right,
he
stay
never
there.
thinks to wipe it off. It's just there.
Yeah. Wait, this is our song.
Yes, this is the song.
This is the song of life. I had no idea. They wouldn't let me hear it. It was a big surprise, a secret. He had choreography and steps. And look at old Frank Sinatra singing.
Mark actually went home and practiced this.
Yeah, he was getting ready, and nobody really cared. But me, I was so excited that my man
Well, you see the way you were singing to Uhura back there?
singing Aurora.
And her face was just like, get the
and he
hell out
was
of here.
He was singing, and look at the look at the spins and look at this shit. I was dying. I couldn't believe it. I just thought
Mark's really a closet Las Vegas act.
Yeah, look at his afro is puffing up as he sings. Yeah. I thought, man, you are embarrassing the hell out of me.
Well, all these close-ups too of Kadeem. This was all shot like the day before, and literally, I remember hearing that song like 10 minutes before we shot. Like Mark took me out in the back, and we listened to it, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is hysterical!"
Yeah.
And that's when we thought, like, "Oh, Kadeem can't hear this, man. We gotta just bring him
Nobody let
in,
me hear it.
set him up, and just shoot his reactions."
And
the
look at
first
the
time.
Screwface. Screwface didn't even react. The Cantwell was giggling a little
Would you see his
bit.
credit? That's hard guy Joss.
Yeah, hard guy.
No, he's Jeb. Joss is the other guy. Yeah, they're both hard guys.
This is it. Now it's getting ready. Now watch the hair. This is
Yeah,
why I
here's
grew
my-
the dreads.
Here's my John Woo ripoff. Here
Yeah,
you go.
well,
There you go.
you know.
Slow motion.
We just call it a homage. Not
Yeah,
a
homage,
ripoff.
that's right. It's a
Yeah,
nicer way of
it's not a
saying it.
ripoff. It's a ripoff when they do it to you.
That's
If you see this in another movie, you say somebody ripped you off.
very
But
good.
yeah,
Very good.
You're paying
I'm-
homage.
I'm buying that. That's so.
Wait, here's the hair.
That
Here's
so
the hair.
works for me.
Here comes the hair. Here comes the hair.
On the DTS
comes
soundtrack, you
the
hear
hair.
the feedback here.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. That's great audio.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys. That
Les
Les,
Claypool, ladies and gentlemen.
Les is a mother. I said, "What's going on? I gotta move my hair."
I gotta move my.
Let's see, it was still there, but then I'm gonna give the. I said, "Whoa, who's sexy with the coat standing at the door?" Hair.
Do you notice too? We put a big swoosh
Yes.
sound.
You
for
got a
you.
Willa Balsam endorsement from that, didn't you?
That's right. I went on to be a spokesmodel. Yeah, and they pull
Okay,
it
watch.
out.
This shot right here was cut out of the short version, and I thought it was one of the more stylish shots of this scene. And of course, they have to cut that shot in particular. I don't know why.
Low budget bastard.
Yeah, low budget LBBs, man.
LBBs.
So,
It's time to fight.
just tell us about the stunts here, Koichi.
Okay,
with
Koichi, take off.
the motorcycle. How old those guys were?
How old those guys are.
Yeah, on the bike.
We had special motorcycle guys.
Yeah, we
right?
had two guys especially trained for this type of motorcycle, and we had the full motorcycle total, and two guys are like he was state champion of motocross or something like that, and basically we had to ask them what they can do, and so later we choreographed a fight with bike. Mark was fighting his bike and stuff, and those bike was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
They're very in control. It's every time, every take they do the same thing, exactly same thing.
Yeah, no, they were riding up the stairs,
Yep.
down the stairs.
Yep.
And the sound too, all these bike sounds. Whereas on a low budget movie,
Yes.
this would be all canned sound effects, but we actually took some of Koichi's stunt guys, went to a stage and recorded all these sounds, and even some of the scenes where the bikes wiped out, they actually wiped out in those shots. Yeah, like
Yeah.
wow, yeah, they wiped out.
Sound guys are
Yeah.
amazing.
And this shot was cut out too. This was, of course, it's a processed blue screen shot,
That looks like a
but
blue screen,
it is what it is. I mean,
Look at JP just being an
Yeah.
animal and kicking people. All right, I don't remember that shot.
all this stuff was just really a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah,
I remember.
No, I remember when we got here, I was loving it.
Hmm.
I mean, part of it was because I could sleep a lot because I couldn't ride a motorcycle and I kicked like a girl. So I got to spend lots of time in my trailer.
Most of these stuff we shot late at night.
Oh, they shot the boys.
Yeah,
They
a lot of the
shot
stuff was shot
Two-Face.
really late, and
Yeah, that
it's
was
funny
it.
thing because you watch the film, it's like really exciting, and all the sound effects is going, the music. When you're really on set shooting the stuff, it's
small
really
crew.
slow, really boring, and all you hear is just the hum of the neon, just and you're just working, and everything's all kind of quiet.
Look at the stunt man. That's when I cut my hand grabbing one of those tables. I got my first. That was the first time I bled on the set. I was
Now
pretty
watch this
impressed.
great piece of
Look at the
of-
fall.
of performance
Wow.
here.
Yeah.
Watch this. Look at that. He's a regular Jackie Chan. Look at
And
that.
look at the kick. Oh, that was somebody else. I can't. Oh, that was me, and that was somebody else.
Yeah.
Well, it could have been you if you wanted to.
Yeah, I
You can
wait
do
a
one
minute. Watch
time
the
for
back.
sure.
Watch my back turn white when I fall. That was somebody else. Oof, this guy.
This was a lot of fun. This is
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
this is all. People are surprised when they see the flip and then land, and then it's Mark, and then they
Yeah,
just keep
exactly.
running. This was all really fun stuff.
It's all kung fu style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, the dolly was moving so fast in some of these scenes. Actually, I was thrown off a couple of times trying to shoot
Oof.
this stuff.
That was all contact there.
Look at those powder effect. We put a powder on
That's
their
right.
hands and feet.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Ooh,
See?
This shot right here, this bike. I remember shooting this, and we shot at 3 frames a second. And I remember when I was on the camera and the dolly grip was pushing me, I was making this bike sound like, and Mark had a hard time keeping a straight face.
Well, I'll say that other one where I got kicked in the chest. I kept on hearing you tell Koichi, tell him to kick Mark harder. I'm like, oh, thanks, guys.
Here's where my back is gonna turn white because I thought it was me, and then all of a sudden I really people thought this stunt was me because it was cut so well. They thought I actually did it, but you'll see my back right there. Ooh,
Wow.
back.
Yeah, that looks like a tan
Yeah,
shirt.
like a
Yeah.
shirt. But I know I didn't have no tan shirt on. But it looked
That
pretty
was
good.
Japanese
good.
guy.
Yes.
This is very fun. This is what we're trying to do with this movie is that every fight scene there's a theme with every fight.
Yeah, it's to make sure everything's different.
Right. And this here was something like, I've never seen like a motorcycle
Yeah.
fight before, so it was a lot of
Motorcycle
fun.
kung fu.
Yeah. To like get these guys a bike, and it's pretty fun.
Good.
And right here too, this here was actually a cheat when he kicks him off the bike. It was actually a lot of just kind of clever setups and editing to make it look like he really just projected him off. But of course, when he flew off and hit that thing and landed, that was for real.
Yeah.
There was no trickery there.
I have to say on the fight scenes, Steve and Koichi, they encouraged me to do, as much as I could on my own. But as far as taking some of the heavier falls and stuff, Koichi's guys, they did that for me. And I have to say, to their credit, I mean, they're amazing. And they make it look like it's actually me.
Yep.
So thank
Thank
you,
you.
Koichi and Alpha
Yeah,
Stunts. And,
absolutely.
No, but the thing is,
and thank you, Kadeem, because, there's like 2 or 3 of them, the major falls where Kadeem actually doubled for me.
That's right.
Yeah,
I had
I
to.
think
Yeah.
you did a great
Yeah.
job.
Tied the hair back.
It's amazing.
Did
a
everything.
great
You
job.
had to paint him up to look like you.
That's
That was the
right.
hard part.
I shaved and grew the hair back on my face within the same day. I'm a pro. And now it's the advanced model.
Yeah, here's Masaya Kato.
Yeah.
He was actually cast because he really just had a lot of charisma, and he looked really good in this role. And his costume, too, in particular, I remember Jennifer, our costume designer, she had found a bunch of different style of coats. And when she found this one, I really loved it, and I wanted to modify it. If you really look at the way he moves, the coat was slit up the sides to give you the impression of those old-style Chinese kung fu outfits, but this was like a modern take on that kung fu outfit.
And then when you see his double in it, it looks like pajamas. Because Masaya can kick. He has some good kicks, but it was some shit he couldn't do, and you can tell because that shit is falling off of those other little guys. It's just like big baggy pajamas on them. But it's all in there.
This scene here is actually pretty funny too because we had written this into the script that how like the guy throws the sunglasses at Toby and then punches him out and take it back, and he comes back with a stick and he like actually cracks his sunglasses with just the sheer concussion of almost touching the sunglasses. I was afraid at first that it was such a heavy sort of Asian concept. I didn't know if people were going to get it or not. So at one point before we shot this, I thought, maybe we just won't do it. But Mike Leahy, the producer, was like, really excited. Hey, so when are you gonna shoot that scene? And I thought, well, I don't think I was gonna do it. Oh, come on, I've been waiting. This is the one scene I've been waiting to do.
Yeah.
Because how are you gonna do it? And I was like, I don't know. Hey, Koichi. So we talked about it. They choreographed it, and then we shot it, and it turned out actually pretty well. I think
it was great.
most people got the joke.
Definitely.
That it didn't touch.
It's a big reaction
Yeah.
when we sit around and we watch it, and. Just the fact that he was making such a big thing about his glasses there. When Money cracked him with that stick, didn't even touch him, just the old cracked him. We said, oh yeah, this is going to be a fight.
Yep. Here we have Masaya's body double.
Yes. In his pajamas.
We were really heavily banking on the fact
Now,
that...
how did you make that effect where his whole face kind of waved? Was that a
That was
computer?
CG.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought he actually did that.
I thought it did too. He was pissed.
So one thing great about making like kung fu movies with a lot of Asian like stunt guys and stuff is that you can just double them, and you bank on the fact that people just they can't tell one Asian apart from the other.
What are you
one.
saying, Steve?
Because they couldn't tell me from the Asian guy, and they was doubling me. And now I went and beat the hell out of both of these guys. This was my moment.
That's right.
Boom! I kicked him across the room. I got a
that was a good
bio-engine
kick.
in my ass too. Yeah, and then me and him got to get it on.
Yeah, this scene was really totally unplanned because we're trying to do something interesting with the fight, between Malik and Madison. Because throughout the filming, we had sort of inadvertently built this slight racist tension, And let me just before I forget, I just want to say that this particular sequence right here is one of my favorite little bits in the movie, because just the way that it's choreographed, the way it's performed, the way that it's photographed and edited. To me, it's just so
I'm telling you, man,
flawless.
Best I've
and I'm
ever
not trying
seen.
to toot my own horn, but I just
Well,
yeah, you guys toot for me.
They asked me
But,
my favorite
yeah.
scene in the flick. This is it.
Yeah, it was just it was one of those magic for me personally. Being a filmmaker and knowing how it's all done and stuff. That was one of the magic moments for me. Just to look at that and go, wow, man, like it's in my movie.
Koichi, the man that you have doubling Masaya, he's like all Japan champ or something, right? With the shard hins, with the hard shins.
Yeah, hard
right?
shins, yeah.
Yeah, he broke baseball bats with this shit.
Right,
Yeah.
and they're telling him to kick me harder.
In the ribs.
This scene here, anyway. Before I get sidetracked, this scene here, we had suggested that he would pull out a whip because Luke knew how to use a whip, and I thought, well, I gotta give Madison some sort of special skills or something. So we had planned, let's do it. We're just kind of brainstorming how we're gonna make this scene a little bit different. And what I didn't realize, and I don't think anybody realized that Kadeem brought this up, was that this was deep. Yeah, it's a white man whipping a black man.
I was the only brother on the set. And I was like, hey, wait, do y'all see he pulling out a whip? Do you see the symbolism of the white man holding a whip on the black man? That's kind of deep.
Yeah.
I'm not mad, but he's going to have to pay for that.
I don't get mad. I get even.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember shooting that scene near the end where you were just like, when he was like going, come on, boy, boy,
Yeah.
and then you like hitting him with pistol whipping him near the end.
I had to turn it around because I think he just had it set up for me to just punch him out. And
Well,
I was
I
like,
turned
no.
around to the script supervisor and I said, my God, what the hell are we shooting, man? The tone got so
it got
dark.
It went there.
Yeah.
And luckily, when it was all edited together, it wasn't anywhere near as dark as it felt on set.
Right.
Plus,
which
you
I was
guys
really
paid
happy.
it back. You paid it off. You
Yeah.
know, came back around.
I had to. I thought it's only right that I'm gonna finish him off.
Yeah.
At least the best way I can.
That was certainly not my intention to go
no,
there.
I didn't. No, you
It
wouldn't.
just-
you
no, it
wouldn't
just-
have any idea. Now, if I was working with George Lucas, and he pulled some shit like that, I'd be like,
He'd be like, Misa gonna whip you.
I'd say, okay, George, that shit ain't funny.
Yeah.
And I know you know what the fuck I mean. Oh, look at that. Break 'em
We'll
all.
call them Koichi's kickers.
Oh.
It was very great for us to work with Mark because he can really do stuff. A lot of times when we work with actors, we have to cheat a lot of stuff. But this time, he could do everything. I mean, there's some stuff he didn't do. It's not because he couldn't do it, because of time-wise.
Yeah,
Like that right there. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Both of those guys. Both of those guys were. Here we go. Oh. Oh, you shook the foundation.
That's his signature thing. And the funny thing is, I remember is this scene was shot before the scene in the bar, and this was just all kind of part of the choreography. But then after it was done, then we're at the bar, and then Koichi decided, he's all into this superhero drama.
That's right. He's a Power Ranger.
This quotation mark, superhero drama. So he's like, this should be like his signature thing,
Yeah.
I looked at him like, what? Like in Power Rangers? But
even with the stick too, though. Right?
But he was
It's
right.
kinda
I mean,
like
we
similar
did
to
it.
stick.
We did it. 'Cause I saw what he was saying, so we did it, and it worked.
Everyone. That's
Thank you,
more-
ladies and gentlemen.
Come on.
Thank you,
She's
Luke
pretty.
Besson.
She's a good-looking one.
Mm-hmm.
Good looker. Yeah, now he done turned my man
This is
up
another
to-
scene that really benefited from the DTS because
Yeah.
her voice, the computer person's voice, has this resonance that you can only hear in the surround 6-track. Man, it was sweet.
Less, man.
Less
is more.
God.
Less is more.
And this little creaky sound thing. Yes, thank you. I Foley that myself. That was me. We're on the mix stage and there was no sound effect there. And I was like, we need something, man. I'm sitting on this leather couch. All right, bring in a mic.
The outtake on this, didn't he end up throwing the jacket on himself or
Yeah.
something?
He threw it up and it came back over his head.
Oh,
And for
God.
about 10 minutes we're shooting and I couldn't stop laughing.
We need to get outtakes on this, dude.
I gotta find this stuff. It'd be hysterical to see all the outtakes.
Yeah, then he choked me
Uh-oh.
with the whip.
Uh-oh.
And then he called me boy a few times.
Yeah. He says you remind me of a dairy cow and I'm milking you.
I'm milking you,
Hey,
boy.
that's JP, man.
That's
That's
Because he fancies himself a tough
He's a
guy.
good boy. And that was cut out of the HBO version too.
Yeah.
Because I remember my wife saw this at this cast and crew screening we had. And after that she turned on to me and she just went, God!
Yeah, you said, honey, I didn't write that.
I didn't write that,
JP. That was second unit. I was doing
Second
Mark.
unit.
I was
Koichi
doing
did all
Mark
that stuff, man.
and
So
Messiah.
Koichi to watch the camera for 5 minutes when I go pee.
Right? Oh, yeah. Then it was getting good to him. He was getting a rush. Oh. Just everything was so lovely. The angles, the lighting. I just loved it.
It's amazing how strong Masaya is.
Yeah, for a supermodel. He would kick my ass if he heard that. And he was trying to break my boy's neck. And I would have saved you, but...
You were watching basketball.
No, then David Duke was choking
that's
the shit
right.
out of me with the whip. Yeah,
Bad guys, they like to choke people.
yeah. The
Notice
Grand Wizard had me by the throat.
Well, at this point in the film, when he goes berserk, we were supposed to do like even a bigger balls to the wall fight sequence, where involving a lot of wire work and a lot of stuff, and then we got our ass kicked by time. And
Yep. And I remember at one point we were gonna run up the side, or they were gonna run up the rocket ship and fight on top of the rocket.
Yeah.
But that's when he was choking me, calling me boy, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna shoot you in the knee, you dirty bastard, Grand Wizard. You're just pow! Blew his joint out.
Payback
He said,
time.
And this was also cut out the HBO version.
Yeah.
You never saw Hedgehog get killed.
Yeah. Because I just shot
everybody
him
liked him
playing.
too
I was
much.
like, get this whip off me. Now let
He
me
deserved it, but you
now,
kind of
let
felt
me
bad for
tell
him.
you something. Let me tell you something. I'd blow your fucking brains out, man. What? Come here. Now let me explain some
This was
things
intense.
to
To
you. Mother, don't never pull out a whip on me. I just thought, yeah, shit.
This one goes out to all the brothers.
That's right. All the brothers that thought I wasn't going to represent, I got it covered. And that was nice with the little lights inside his suit kind of popping off.
For 200 years of repression.
You were
That's
talking
right.
about that even before that, right? You said you had to pay it back or else the brothers
Nah, they would have
wouldn't
been
forgive
mad
you.
at me. They got to try to go back home. They were like, yo, why you let him whip you and choke you and call you boy? So, yo, I pistol whipped his ass, didn't I?
This bit here where Mark runs him over the bike was actually a dummy.
Yeah.
No, it's a Kadeem.
That was Kadeem too. That's right.
That's Kadeem.
I
We dressed him
doubled. I
up.
had to
We dressed him up
double it.
inside the dummy. He doubled for the
That's
dummy
right. I had
too.
to double because I wanted it to look real. I wanted it to look real as real. And then they kind of over maxed him and maxed the credit card. It was time to go. No more credit, sir. We done ran out of credit.
You see that little box on the side there?
Uh-huh.
That's a game. and just like
Game Boy.
You needed
yeah,
something
it's a
to
video
fill
game
up.
thing. And like a few weeks ago, my son was watching this, and he went, "That's a game, isn't it?" He
Oh,
was 6 years
wow.
old. I said, "How do you know that?" I go, "Oh, I
Yeah.
have one at school." This shot here is all CGI. He actually
Yeah, when is
stood in front of a green screen.
How come we don't have any female supermodels? Could you imagine?
That would be hot. Michelle
Sequel.
Don't give away the
Michelle
sequel.
Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh.
Oh, hello.
Yo, yo.
Give away the sequel.
Yeah. I knew we all right. Your arm is no longer broken. You kind of got out of that pretty good.
But that blood stain's still on the side of your mouth. It's not going
Some
anywhere.
slow motion walking here.
Uh-huh.
I'm holding
Right
my
here,
breath.
this ending here, this was about the 7th or 8th ending we came up with.
Yeah,
because
Look at
by
him.
the time we scrapped my big rocket ship fight ending, we had to, like, because of budgetary reasons,
Mm-hmm.
we had to come up with new ideas and stuff. And I remember every day we come in
Yeah.
on set and we'd be like, what do you think of this?
What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
right.
What do you think of
Yeah,
that? You know, and,
Yeah.
and Mike Leo could up and, hey, how about this idea? How about that idea?
I remember JP being so mad about this. He
Mhm.
just was like, "You mean I've had these bombs on me the whole time?" He could not get over that. He was like,
You know
"Wait a
what?
minute, my leg is broke."
You know what, though? All he had to do was just do what I did. Just, like, turn the other way
Yeah,
and just go, it's a movie.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
No, but
because...
he fancies himself
Yeah.
a tough guy. Eh?
Because I mean, I knew how ridiculous that was too.
Yeah, no,
obviously,
we
but,
all did, but we were strapped for time. We were strapped. It
I
was
know
like,
we had to
gotta
shoot an
end.
ending somehow,
Yeah,
and all we know is that the place had to blow up.
that's right.
We gotta blow the place up.
And Mark had the dumb line.
This was funny. This was actually an ad lib too,
Time to blow.
and this directly relates to him watching movies.
Exactly.
You know, it all
Yep.
ties together. But
Yep. And it was like, oh shit, that's kind of hot, B. Let's get out of here.
well, Joe Viscoso explosion.
Who's that in the white suit? Is that me or him?
No, actually, they were wearing your costumes. It just
It just
we
looked
were
like
so cheap.
And that's when I pulled my hamstring trying to outrun you that day. I was like, I'm going to show him that I got the stride, and I think I pulled something on that last step. And then I had to limp down. I had to slow down. And then it was raining out of
Oh,
nowhere.
yeah.
It was freezing
Hard.
that
It
night.
came out
Remember
raining hard.
that? We were shooting that last scene.
Yep.
I was so soaked that
Yeah.
when I went home that morning, I sat in my car. When I got home, my whole seat was soaked for 2 weeks. My
dang.
seat was wet.
Crazy.
Yeah. But this we did 16 setups here, all in sequence, you know, piece by piece, and we just shot over 2 nights. This was a hell of a shoot, boy. To just blow this part up, but don't blow that part up, and then blow that part up now, but don't blow this part. Now reset this and reset that. I mean, look at that blood, man.
It's still there. And the rain wasn't
Put some
happening.
Clorox
right there.
on that or something.
But now the rain is getting ready to come. When we walk away, it's going to be coming down.
It was cold too.
Hey, is Kadeem taking phone calls during this thing? Because we got the Grand Wizard on the line.
Tell him I'm on my way to Anaheim. Oh, goodness. Tiger Claw.
Hey, burn a few books for me, will you?
That's right. Tiger Claw.
That's right. When we did this, every scene he was like Tiger Claw, and he was like
Drunken style.
Drunken style.
Snake
Show him-
fist.
yeah,
Yeah.
crane.
Yeah.
We had like 5-6 takes. It was all different.
See that rain coming down?
Then the rain was coming down.
This was
Yeah,
He's
it's
talking
messing
about
up-
that
messing up
car I
your
saw in the
afro.
movie ones, and
Saw
Kadeem's
the
like,
movie.
ha 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 ha. And we're like, what
end
the
the
hell is he
movie.
talking about?
Let's
How come
end
he
it.
sounds like he knows what he's talking
Yeah,
about?
right? And then we were going to jack Mike Leahy's car. It was one of those cars with Mike Leahy's. I was like, yeah, let's jack this one.
That was actually the crew parking lot, right?
Yeah, and this crane here was not even a crane. I mean, it was like we were on the back of this truck. Remember? They had the little lift gate.
Right,
And then,
that's
and then
right.
we got on top of it and brought the camera down and used the boom on the camera just to get that. You know, we're so brilliant, man. This, you know, we can't afford cranes.
That's right. We don't need no stinking
We
crane.
don't thinking crane.
We
We'll
have
fake it.
imagination.
That's right. We'll put me on a wire and fly me.
Cece Tosu.
So Steve, what would you want to do if we ever did a sequel? If we ever had a chance, hypothetically, to do a sequel, what would your take on the storyline be? Just off the cuff.
I don't know.
Kadeem?
Never even thought about it, to be honest.
I say
because,
we go to Hong Kong.
yeah. But you know, they set that up in Rush Hour
Yeah.
Did they go?
that they were going to Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
What about you, Koichi?
As long as there's Asian bad guy, then I think
They all wear masks.
We get Alpha stunts working.
And we're gonna have the most bitchinest fight scene because they're all wearing masks.
That's right. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Hey, there's Les Claypool.
Hey, look at that. I heard he was gay.
Oh, he is.
Oh God.
Hey, I mean, some of my best friends are gay.
Oh, bro.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh goodness. So yeah, this was to me one of the most fun times at the movies you could have.
Me too.
That was good fun. That was.
It was tough, but it was fun.
Yeah, no, it definitely was tough. It didn't. It funny. It only seemed like it was tough towards the end for me. Towards the end, then it seemed like it was getting tough, especially because I was like, "How are we gonna end it?" Oh, you mean JP had bombs on him, and now he's just gonna blow himself up? We're gonna blow him up? Then it seemed like we were, scrapping.
No, this was the loosest shoot I've ever
Yeah, but
ever
it
been
was
on.
just like,
I mean, it was. But I loved
what
it.
was the toughest, doing the movie or doing the analog track?
This was a breeze.
Yeah, right. I'd say that the last couple of days, doing the last couple of days of the shoot were tougher than anything else put together. Everything was a breeze. It was really easy.
But when we shooting those scenes, we had no sleep for 2
Yeah,
weeks.
no, that when we got to the Apollo,
scene, yeah.
it was we were on, but it was great because most of the times it was them, and then he would go home in the middle of the night, and then they would double everything, and then he'd come back in the morning, and they'd still be there, and then we'd start right again, and then I got the pistol whip. I got to whip some ass.
Yeah, because we brought you in for like a half day and sent you home.
Yeah.
And then did Mark stuff and sent him
Yeah.
home, and then brought you in the next day at half day
Yeah.
just to try to schedule things so that we could be as even as we could. I mean,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah,
rough.
no, it was rough. The last couple of days were rough, and then I pulled my hamstring trying to be the 100-meter hurdle winner. I was like, I'm gonna run this little Hawaiian
Yeah.
boy.
You know what? It was really surreal because the last shot, the martini of the film, was Masaya on the helicopter. We brought brought that fake helicopter in, and we shot that whole thing. When that was finished that day, and it was like, that's a wrap, and it was like, this was the last wrap.
Yeah.
It was really weird, man. To all of a sudden, like, oh wow, I get to sleep at home after
Yeah, right.
like 5
Go
weeks,
home and, yep.
Yeah, I didn't sleep at home for 5 weeks. I mean, it was amazing.
Dedication. That's why I'll always come to work with him. He's going to the wall. He's balls to the wall.
So in the sequel, then you go to Hong Kong, Kadeem, and whip Jackie and Jet Li's ass.
Oh, come on. Yeah, I take them together and I bash them together a few times and then turn them into soup. Yeah, stomp them right in this stew.
And then you say, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Like that.
Like old Wesley Snipes.
Wesley said that?
Yeah, he said that at the end of Blade. right before he sends that last thing up the guy's head, he says, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Trying to ice skate uphill. Yeah, that's right. Let me go stomp Jet Li in the wine. That'd be a good sequel. Wouldn't that be some shit? Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
The advanced model, too. The super model. The super advanced model. Yeah, and then maybe we could get some money. Yeah.
Money?
Do we
Good.
get paid for the next one?
I don't know.
I don't think
I
so.
like to. No, that would be nice if we did get paid.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was so funny. I had to take a day job during post on Drive just so I can keep working on the film. Talk about slave labor.
Love of the game.
They tell you
And
direct.
my floors were never cleaner.
Won't you come home, Malik Brody? Produced. Wait a minute. It didn't have you. You don't have a credit.
Hey,
They didn't say written by you.
could have, huh?
Dirty bastard.
Dirty bastards.
They had
That's
to
for all the residuals that they're gonna collect from
Yeah, right.
all the times that the show is gonna show
Right.
on TV.
Santa Clarita?
I
Lancaster.
think it's
That's
time
what
to
we
say
did.
goodbye to the viewers.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
Bye,
Peace.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed this.
A special thanks
we had a great
to
time.
most of the staff at Overseas Film Group. You know, you can leave out a few headless bastards
Aloha.
if you want. Aloha means goodbye.
I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is closer to my original vision, I should say. I feel weird calling it director's cut because it's really isn't. It was more of a committee cut, I should say, or a
Committee
final compromise cut. But it's very close to my original vision, and certainly more closer than the HBO one that's been around, 16 minutes shorter or whatever. But anyway. I had a great time making this film, and I want to thank everybody that actually worked on it here, Koichi and Mark and Kadeem, and just everybody. This has just been a great experience, and you see the labor of our hard work. So
Peace.
thank you. Peace, love, and
Thank you.
all
Thank
the fun
you.
stuff.
So,
Thank you.
Kadeem, the Grand Wizard's still on hold.